So when it slid back, it bumped it.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
We're back. But yeah, we gotta bring Twitch. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulties. We said it was gonna be a wild ride.
Didn't think we'd get shut down by a jacket though.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah, that's good. Done.
Bring any more of the donuts back. Make sure you leave the one that looks like an asshole for him.
That's so funny.
I'm worried I'm gonna like knock something else over.
Yeah, we lost everybody, but they might come back.
Oh no, I single-handedly killed our fan base.
Where is our where is our chat though? View docs. There we go. Chat. And then we'll oops. How do I minimize this? God, this is like so frustrating.
Sorry, man.
No, that's alright. It's like shit happens. I just mean this program is frustrating. I'm just trying to take it away from where it's there we go. Docked. Oh. So stupid. No, you can't double click it to expand it like every other window.
Mm-hmm.
OBS is different. We're innovative. Shut up. Alright.
The audio is not working.
Check. One. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Hey everyone, thanks for sharing the excitement. Welcome back to the show. Shit gets crazy up in his house.
All right.
We're rocking. Anyway.
So, anyways, the one tiger claw raptor damn near took another one out.
We just stand back and let you see.
Well, I don't think you guys are gonna get too lucky on that one. I am gonna try and get in and sweep in and pick you guys up, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it that fast.
I'll slow to 30. Just jump in.
Yeah, I may not stop. I may not be able to. I may hit the brakes and just kind of slide right past.
Yeah, tuck and roll on the way up.
Drop the caltrops.
Oh,
So many dice, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, man. They are
So it's
from
him.
D&D Dice or DN Dice UK on Twitter at DN Dice UK.
Another one missed, but this one wasn't a critical. So,
Somebody try texting me. That's hilarious.
Oof. These 1921,
oh, so those are the gold ones apparently.
28.
Yeah, they have gold, brass.
Gold,
Yeah,
silver,
gold, silver.
white, and copper.
So, the shield has taken some not hefty damage, but some reasonable damage. It looks to be about half of what it started out after the first 5 did their thing, and the one did his thing to the other guy.
Do you have any explosives?
Some. Depends what you're trying to
Feeling
accomplish.
explosive?
Let's see if they're all in one place. And
The only problem is they'll all be in one place, same as both of them.
yes, but I can shield both of them.
I also have
Only
ley
if they're
line
together.
force field. How does that work?
What's that?
Ley line force field.
If
Do I
you're
have to
within
be
range
near
of
one?
the force field, it just automatically engages. So
Oh,
as soon
okay.
as you're there for about a half an hour, the force field just basically turns on. You are protected by ley line energy.
Killer.
Now you've also got your force field as well, like your plug-in E-clip force field.
Oh shit, that reminds me. I don't think I actually figured out what armor I was supposed to have.
Medium force field, if I remember correct.
No, he got super heavy as well.
Oh, he got super heavy as well?
They both got super heavy. She got the light one.
Right.
Because it's theirs are 20 pounds. Hers is 7 or 8. Because weight was a factor.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she didn't get the lightest one because there was a light one and then there was one that was
But light was like, what, 35?
yeah, something ridiculous.
So you said explosives? I also have
So-
demolitions and would enjoy some explosives.
All right. So
Your because you have a JA-12, right? It has a grenade launcher.
but he can't shoot it into the field. Right now, he is essentially inside of a bubble.
He is sanctuaried.
Yeah. If you attack, you hit the bubble.
Yeah, that would suck.
What if I attack and hit the bubble? It hits the bubble, but everything else that's around the bubble.
That's right.
But I also don't have any mini missiles loaded.
How much NBC does that shield that I have?
160.
Yeah. You two have heavy shields. So, anyways, well, I guess you've spent 2 of your actions already.
Mhm.
So, Tiger
2
Claw
or
Raptor's turn. 2 to drop the shield.
Oh,
Roll all of them in one shot. Let's roll the 3. And those 3 all hit. 6, 9.
You get any people back?
I don't know if you can see that.
I can't see it.
No, 2.
Oh.
Yeah, a couple people made it back.
That's all good.
Just chat's quiet.
It was quiet before.
All right, so we're back to. We are now at your first actions.
I'm
You
going
guys
down.
actually
Oh,
intangible.
okay. I am going to take a shot at the closest one.
Remember, you're in the bubble.
Right. Okay.
Now you do have magic,
Uh,
and magic will be able to make it through that.
yeah.
As
So,
long as it affects something directly into the side,
Yes.
it's not like a projectile.
is
yes,
there anything
correct.
close to me, or
There is. You're essentially what you are is you're under this dome.
Yeah.
While 8 of these things are just trying to pounce,
on that dome?
clawing at the dome,
Oh,
trying
that's-
to get to you.
That's awesome. I cast blinding flash.
What color is your shield, anyways?
You don't still have that visor on, do you? That
Yes,
blinding flash.
it
goes
would,
around
it
some.
would protect it.
Oh yeah.
Well, it depends because he can make it nearly opaque if he wants. So
Well, it's
it-
also
once he chooses what color his force field is, that's what it is.
his multi-optic helmet.
Oh, right.
His multi-optic helmet will tint. It's polarized to protect vision. It actually has a bonus versus stun.
When I think he's out of the range, anyways.
I'm flying way up there. I'm actually thinking very, very pale blue, like
So you can see things
yeah,
through it.
definitely see things through it. Like
Okay.
I'd equate it to like a slight blue tint on a sheet of glass. Like
Okay.
very easy to see through.
All right. So you're gonna blinding flash them all.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and subtract your PPE, and I will resile the spell.
No, I think I'm at full 465.
So blinding flash. Is
I know what I don't have is actually my PPE cost for blinding flash. Do you have the book with that in it?
1.
1?
Yep, that's all it costs. It's cheap. Magic
Sweet.
is super cheap. All right, so standard.
No,
You can pump an additional 3 PPE into this
I will definitely do that.
and give them a penalty. For 16, they have a -1. So that one passed. So 3 failed. Blind.
What's the description of that spell?
This invocation creates a sudden burst of intense white light, temporarily blinding everyone within its 10-foot radius. Victims are blinded for 1 to 4 melee rounds. They are -10 to strike, parry, and dodge. The chance of failing is 50% for every 10 feet. So the magic can be cast up to 60 feet away. So if you cast it away from yourself,
They just get a greater bonus to resist.
they actually get essentially like a 50% chance to resist based on that.
Okay.
Does not affect robotic, bionic, or cybernetic eyes. That is absolutely fine. We're not worrying about those.
I kind of want cybernetic eyes though. That'd be cool.
We can work that out.
Now, some creatures,
Give me those eyes.
some creatures also can sense things over and beyond, but so 2 of them saved. So he saved. And he saved.
So 3 of them were blinded by the light.
No, 6 of
Revved
them
up
are.
like a deuce.
Another Roman. Sorry. Oh man.
Suddenly half the audience is debating the actual lyrics again.
Wrapped up like a douche.
Yeah.
I thought it was a deuce.
It's
Which either way, why would you wrap a deuce?
Yeah. Depends who you're giving it to. There you go.
Depends what type of deuce.
Did you know I found out today? Apparently, and I don't know if this is true, but apparently 1 in 30 people poop in the shower. And I was trying to figure out how. Like, how is that?
Like stomping
There's
down
a-
the drain when you're done, or what?
Yeah.
There is a term for that.
Yeah, like there's
Disgusting.
gotta be. Yeah.
No, it's called waffle stomping.
No way.
What scares me is that you know this.
Yeah, how do you know this one?
There was a meme on Facebook earlier today, so I got to see it.
Waffle stomping. Oh.
That and I have a brother that's like addicted to Reddit.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Yeah, I can't unknow this thing. Therefore, I share. Oh, good time. Take that one home with you. You're like banging on the door, and the boys are too long in the shower. You guys better not be waffle stomping in there. What is that, Mom? Yeah.
Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary, indeed.
Oh.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah. We clearly said NSFW.
Thank God I don't clean houses anymore.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, true story. Like when I worked at the nightclub, I remember one of the bouncers getting pissed at the nightclub manager. So I crap, like we had a shower and a VIP bathroom, and he just like big 3-coiler. Like, yeah. It's like, yeah, I mean, just sizing it up. You weren't sure if that was 2 people or 1 person. But I was just like the audacity of it, just to, you know, a little toilet paper right on the top. Perfect. Sends a message clear as day. Well, not clear, but you know.
There's mud where like
Yeah.
You're glad you don't clean houses anymore. I loathe having to go look for a lug nut key.
Oh.
You never know what
Oh,
you'll find
God.
in some
Yeah.
people's vehicles.
Oh.
Oh.
Because
Yikes.
you're like, oh, where's the lug nut key? Glove box. Nope, not the glove box. Center console. That's not a lug nut key.
You're like, what the hell?
You laugh, but I
Yeah.
have seen it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
How about the one Ewan saw with the Patriot?
Which one? You have to be
The-
more
the-
specific.
What is it? The guy's whole dash. It was all like hentai anime.
Oh, that's
crap.
whatever.
Oh,
The one that bothers me is the guy that came in was like clearly a businessman style. He's got all of his little mobile office thing in there. You go look in there, and there's 2 vibrators in the center console.
Right.
And it's a guy that owns it.
Those are for the escorts. I
That's
don't
a
know.
hope for whoever.
I'm
other-
guessing.
The other one was the cross-dresser guy that owned the truck that came to pick up his other wig
Crazy.
from the back of the truck while I had it up in the air with the transmission out.
Right.
And he came in one day, dressed like normal, whatever, jeans, t-shirt, bald head.
Yeah.
Came in the next day, yoga pants, crop top, blonde wig. Came to get a brunette wig out of the back of the truck.
Well, I guess that would definitely be a shocking transition back to back like that, not having known for sure. But yeah.
Well, when it was first dropped off, the guy was dressed as a dude. I grabbed the keys out of his hand, and then like 3 days later, came back to get something out of the truck.
and you helped her get her wig out of her truck.
I just lowered it down.
Right.
Sorry, refer
It
to
could be-
it
it could have been-
affectionately as dude looks like a lady.
Or it could have actually been the wife. I have seen a remarkable number of couples in the last 3 weeks that looked like each other, and I'm just like, what? Like, how did they not know that? How did they not see what? Like, you know, for sure. It's just weird. Yeah.
My favorite is when I was working at Midway, a now defunct dealership, so I am not defaming anyone. Really interesting place. A guy came and dropped his vehicle off, left it to get serviced. The next day he came in, evening gown.
Mhm.
Fair enough. whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you, buddy.
Whatever floats your goat.
But he came in next day, not in his own vehicle. He came on his motorbike. In
In
an
an
evening
evening
gown.
I'm trying to figure out how that would work.
Well,
Would they sit side saddle or was it
Okay.
like parachute?
See, that's the thing. We all tried to figure it out. But it was like double slit up the side and everything like that. I'm like,
it's
what
no
the
So
serious?
that's a fold and tuck.
well, fold
No, fold and tuck. Is that maybe some of the genetics that we're talking about, or is that the dress?
Yes.
however you call it, fold and tuck.
One is folded, one is tucked.
Fold and tuck, crying game, however you want to call it. The one thing that baffles me is these fucking, like, I don't know, they're always heavier dudes that are like wearing shorts and 20 fucking below. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Oh, that's
You think the cross dressing is shocking? You think that's shocking? I'm like watching this guy that's like, I don't know, he's only about 20 pounds heavier than I am, maybe, and he's wearing shorts and this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on? Like, but apparently it's a thing. Even Mark was saying, like, yeah, it's like, I wear shorts in this weather all the time. It's like,
there's people I know that are stuck in like really, really bad like fire rated coveralls all the time.
Oh,
So
yeah.
as soon as they're out of them, they're in shorts.
Right.
They don't care how cold it is.
right.
I went and looked at a vehicle with a guy and it was minus 35 and he came out wearing shorts and a hoodie.
Yeah,
That's about it. He had like shoes on. But
right.
Like a customer in that big cold snap we had a few weeks back that came by and killed.
Nice regimental style. Yeah.
Like when things are
usually-
easy down there, it's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. It's like, well, what about you? Oh, that just goes right back up inside me. Hibernates for the winter. Yeah.
I've got a wee turtle head poking out,
Yeah.
but I don't have to go to the
Yeah,
washroom.
gotta get the wife to punch me in the gut to get her to come out.
That's where you see that meme with the guys the Scots jumping into a trench in like World War II or World War One. It's like
All the enemies.
the Scots, the only ones that can't wear pants because the balls don't fit.
Oh.
Where were we before we got off?
You just blinded everything in local sight with a bright flash of light.
So
we were blinding everyone with stories.
So he's mooning
Now
everyone.
that's
Yeah,
one
that's it.
action, or does that count as
That
two?
if a spell still costs one action, but you can only cast 2 per melee round at this level.
Okay. No, I'm just wondering if I can fire a blinding flash, and then well, maybe I shouldn't dispel that shield just yet. I'll just do that.
Well, just hang there, and I might
Yeah.
just while they're stumbling around, they're blind. I might be able to run a few of them over.
You just don't hit that globe or maybe.
Even if I do, I might just kick up and over it.
Yeah, might,
Might.
yeah.
Like this?
Just like boom, just flat. Just right out.
Might bounce over. It might bounce over you. Might just street pizza everything.
All right. So that was them. There's a number that are blinded. There's 2 that still have vision. So that was the end of round. We are back at the top. Blind. Oh, the 2 that are good. They both act before you. Manages to claw at the shield. And he manages to do it.
I'm just gonna sit and.
And the shield is basically dispelled. They shred the crap out of it.
I mean, what I said was I'm gonna prepare for
So now I have a number of blind ones.
number of blind ones.
Yeah.
So many
There's
visual
4 of them.
memes going on there. Blind raptors walking sticks.
How many of these things are there? 6?
8.
8.
8?
8.
There are 8 of them in total. So you are surrounded by 8 of them. Not knowing what to do, you know what?
Do you have the ability to fly?
Yes, levitate.
That'll be a little slow, but you can start the levitation.
Now, being in this globe, does it come out as a globe? Does it take a chunk of the earth with it? Can I lift it? Oh yeah.
Oh no,
spell.
it's gone. They
Oh, yeah.
shredded the shit out of
Then
it.
if I
So
can, for sure, I would have levitated right up out of that mess
as soon as it's your action,
Yeah.
you'll get a
at
chance.
the end of next turn. Love that.
5, 6. And you know what?
Medium water element.
Disoriented and confused, the 6 that are all blind begin scattering. Off in kind of rando direction.
Yeah, no doubt.
Those are good.
And
Yeah,
a lot
they're
of them did really well for that. So, 5 of them kind of actually begin legitimately running away from the melee action. One of them bumps into one of the other 2 and kind of stops in place, and he is there. Rolling through remainder of actions. Lynette, it is yours.
So these two bump into each other. Bump, bump. Nobody knows where they're going.
Lynette, you are intangible currently.
Yes.
Juicer.
How far is he from?
I'm going to say he was about 15, 20 seconds away before they launched. And he was at kind of gunning it at top speed, so he's
As soon as I turn around, I'm gunning
Yeah.
it back.
gunning it back. So we're going to say he's probably about 600-700 feet away, and in a much slower than a typical juicer fashion, U-turn.
Control. Weird.
You said 600 or 700 feet away?
Yeah, at least. You're
I just
you're not pointing back at them just yet.
No,
It's
but
gonna take you some
but if
time.
that's the case, I might just pop up and start plugging them off.
Oh, so just kind of hit the brakes.
Yep.
Hit the brakes hard. And
Do we have
Pop-
any guns
pop
on our
them
APC?
We do.
Yes.
We have ammo for these guns.
One's powered by the nuclear reactor, so yes.
I'm gonna just kind of
Solid.
move in a position that I won't be within range of them yet. I can still take some shots or something.
okay, so you're gonna kind of try and pull back. Now the 5 kind of scattered, so you're still technically in range of 1 right now.
Let's see these five.
So I'll just wait there.
Okay, so you're waiting. You're holding action. Coming back around to your turn, so you're gonna try and levitate.
Boom, straight up. Yeah.
Okay, so this is your second spell, so this is the last spell you'll be able to cast this turn. So you're going to begin physically moving upwards.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Creed,
How
are you
fast do you get to move in that?
That is a good question. I don't know.
levitate? What level is it?
That is levitation, 2nd level. Tumbleweed rolls through.
Up to 60 feet maximum. It doesn't say the speed which you levitate. I would typically take it as in a light or slow levitation, but we can say that you can go at a pretty brisk pace. I'll say you get about 10 feet up right now, so you might have 1 round to get an attack before they are out of position.
Okay.
Or you're out of theoretical jump height, depending on how high these things can jump.
What is that? Damn, I can't
All
remember.
right.
I can't remember what the APC has windows like in the pilot's compartment that can be opened. Or if I have to go up through the
I
top
think
hatch.
you have to go through the port.
Through the top hatch?
Yeah, because I think you guys are fully protected, like it's a fully
Well, it is an
armored and
APC.
enclosed
Yeah.
true APC. So yeah,
If it
I
was
think
if
you
we
will
had the
have to-
beachcomber thing, I think that would have been another story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have to kind of jump out of the driver's seat, jump to the back hatch, and see if you can get on top to hit the pod or hit the gun pod.
I'm just using my rifle
Okay,
because it hits harder and is more accurate at range.
very true. All right, so you boot and get out of the way. Joseph Creed.
One of the raptors is injured, correct? By the
Yes,
other
one of the raptors got kind of pinched by his buddy.
Okay. I am going to take a burst shot at that guy.
Okay.
I need more dice. Yes, I do. What do you give me just a second? I got 2d6. These two will do. Okay. And
Here, I need this for my truck.
Like,
I have the 2 on that. So, ooh, that is a 18.
oh yeah, that'll be a hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage. So you're hitting the one that's
That's already
tagged.
injured, yes. Okay. It's 24.
Oh, and on the one that was already pinched, yeah, he drops like a sack of hammers.
Alrighty.
All right, so the two of them that are not blinded, they actually see the other 5 running away. They actually turn and bolt as well.
Oh, they're back up left, so now they are too.
Yeah, they are.
So is there any
It
left
seems
right
like
there?
they are a bit of a cunning predator. So they'll go in for an ambush. If things turn around on them, they get the fuck out of dodge, and they will harass later.
So they're all like.
They all seem to be evacing right now.
Okay, if they all break contact, then I'll just pull in with the APC and everyone get in.
Okay.
Get clear before they decide to come back.
Good plan.
So they have broken off. They have broken off initial contact with you guys, and they are all running off into the bush. Who's all jumping into the APC?
I am.
I guess somebody confident should drive this thing, so I'll hop in too.
Okay. Your jetpack needs to take a break every few hours too.
Yeah, true.
I will definitely.
Okay, so you all jump into the APC. All right, so you guys jump in, and
I'm gonna go through our rack of our extra ammo and reload the mini missile launcher.
okay. So how many extra mini missiles did you guys have?
20.
Okay, so you guys load up. What is it? 4 again?
6.
6. Okay. So you guys load 6 up into there.
Is that the one that I shot to scatter the?
Yeah. We didn't rearm it, so
Mhm.
now I'm taking that to rearm it because it has to be manually loaded.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys take the time to manually reload the mini missiles.
Yeah, we can do that on the move though because you can access it from the gunner's hatch.
And you guys get rolling. Where are you guys going? You guys are pretty close to the fence right now. If you guys wanted, you guys could make it back to the farm and cut your day, or you guys can
What time of
still
day is
try.
it?
And did we ever find the trees that we were looking for?
You found
They were
parts
dead,
of them.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, they're all
figured.
dead.
Yeah, go figure.
I very really got shredded killing the thing that probably killed them.
You should watch that last episode.
Yeah,
It went pretty weird.
Devil unicorn got starfished.
Okay. What a phrase I thought I'd be hearing today.
Oh, don't
Really?
worry.
After some of the other phrases we heard?
You can't be that surprised.
Waffle
I
stomping.
mean, yeah, well,
Exactly.
That'll live with me.
So next
So-
episode is
so
not
for
safe
the
for
record-
waffle stomping.
So for the record, you'll never have chocolate waffles again.
Even those chocolate sugar things that are over there, still don't feel right.
Well, well, they are called Yule logs.
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
All right.
Well, if we've got a job that we can collect on, I'd say it would make sense to head back and cash in.
Yeah, at this point, sure.
It's not like
So
they're
do we
paying
have
us
to
to clean up the
contact them
rafters
to-
too.
What's that?
Do we have to contact them to get through the gate, or how?
Yeah,
does
we
that
have to
work?
radio to get back through.
He gave you the radio contact information.
If that's the case, then we'll just have them. We'll meet them in the same spot. So we'll just have to go back to our original position.
You guys are gonna stay in the APC pretty tight. Keep it.
Well, I'll be in the gunner's hatch. I'll be on the gunner, in the gunner's seat.
All
With-
right.
And I may steal his multi-optic helmet because I don't have one.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm just
no, I
checking
do
my
have
gear, like just going over it, making sure everything's like locked, working, lubed, whatever it's gonna be.
Nothing got dented during that little mishap.
Yeah, nothing got abused. So you guys pull back and you guys make the call.
Feel that one through the table.
Right?
We'll call back, let them know that we've completed our task.
More than one.
What do you want me to do with this?
Yeah.
Roll that one on the table.
Yes.
And then I saw another one today. It was like this big, and I'm like, man, if you start rolling that at my table, your character is going to die.
Alright.
Knocking everything over.
So you make the call. Oh, you guys are done already?
We got 4.
Shit, yeah. Come on back.
Nice.
So they drop the gates. You guys let them know when you're back through. They pick up the gates again.
Mhm.
You guys roll back to the farmstead or the house.
Let's take one of those cred chips because they didn't have round numbers on them.
No, they didn't.
13.
So take the one that has 13 grand and take the extra off of the one and put it on the other. So then we're just basically giving them back a chip with 10 grand
The
on it.
10K. Sorry. Thanks for cleaning that up for me.
Yeah, no problem. Well, we don't know whether or not it's cleaned up.
Speaking of clean, there's certainly more out there than just those.
What else is out there?
Well, I go drag what was left of the head of the devil unicorn out of the
Have you
back.
ever seen the inside of a donut? I got a story for you.
Did we ever grab the one raptor that we shot, or just left it there?
No, we just left.
Okay.
Sorry.
Telemarketer.
The button
Is
that
there
makes.
Whatever. He's like, so you guys put the whole head of that thing in there?
Well, I had the tail,
Yeah.
and then I think we just strapped the top on because I thought it would fit in there.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, good.
Quick call. What the fuck is that thing?
I don't know, but it almost killed one of us, and we're pretty sure it killed the other guys.
It was chomping on one of them when we arrived.
Yeah, it was having a snack when we got there.
Holy shit. I'm supposing you want extra money for this, don't you?
Hey, if you're willing to throw extra money, I am not going to say no.
That makes a valid point.
Look, we're not trying to stiff you. We're just looking for reasonable compensation.
Well, can't be that reasonable. It could take more to replace my armor that it messed up than it probably he'll be able to give us.
Yeah, as I'm saying that, I'm gesturing at this shredders. Some E-clips would be handy too.
Eclipse, yeah, that's. I don't even know how many we went through in that fight.
Lots.
Well, I won't give you Eclipse, but I'm sure we've got a couple of charged up that we can trade you in place. So
I won't say no to that.
he'll give you a couple of fully loaded Eclipse in lieu of some stuff that you got. He doesn't have anything long, so if you got any short Eclipse,
Yeah.
he can trade you out I'll say 6 in total. So you guys can choose who gets
You got
how many of
three.
what.
You got 3 that are fully pulled out that are standards.
Yep.
I know she's got one. I've got one, and you probably have one.
That's 6.
So you guys are basically loaded up on Eclipse.
Okay.
My longs for my rifle are the only ones that I'm kind of really out.
They're expensive.
Almost twice as much.
Hmm.
They hold 3 times as much.
You know what? I'll consider the head an extra horn, and I'll give you an extra 5K. It's the best I can do for now.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
keeping
that
the tail. So I took the tip of the tail as my personal trophy.
'Cause that was a nasty tail too.
Yeah. Well,
Should have taken that big framed rubbery O-ring, but there was nothing.
I'm
left
not.
of
I'm
it.
gonna cut that in half and just slab that off. Just,
Yeah.
What? Just bolt it to the back of the
Yeah,
APC?
Weren't you guys gonna make the first ever Rifts truck nuts with
Yeah.
those?
No, it's like following a cat around the
Except for
house.
they're like dragging behind the vehicle by like 20 feet or so. Like, this is a terrible idea. Everybody thinks we're getting married.
So he gives you an extra 5K. So you guys got
Yes.
25K
Nice.
plus what you got off the other guys,
Plus a few Eclipse. That's good.
and then you also got the M202
What about
with I think how many rounds?
70 rounds.
Yeah.
what about
Not
food
a lot
and
of
lodging for a couple of days, just while we regroup and recoup?
Well, we're only a couple of hours outside.
Free.
He's giving us food too.
Do we have to wait for that, or is you just got that ready to go?
You guys come back to me and I'll get you the food as you need it. That way you don't have to worry about it going bad.
Can we arrange for delivery to our location? That way we never need to travel.
Well, if you guys come back here, that way if I got any other jobs you guys need.
Good call. Okay.
It's a couple of hours, not that big of a deal.
Yeah, sure.
Not like it's going to cost us some fuel.
Yeah. But the roads, it's like Edmonton out there.
At least we got something with suspension set up for it.
Yeah. As we're flipping over the ABC.
Shh.
We.
Not
Let's see what we
Not
do.
speaking this again.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
true.
Fine. I will buy another jetpack. And the juicer will be a flying juicer.
Now, is there anything back at the base that we can rig up where it's uses air compression and plates to just like blast that thing off of its side? If it ends up on its side, it's like pow, and it rights it right up, the right air pressure, a couple of metal plates.
I don't have the engineering that I'll have for that.
Doesn't somebody in our party have the engineering for that?
For what?
To
The
make modifications.
place
to
the
APC?
place you're renting storage at might.
She might. The best thing we might be able to do is just get a winch
A
for it.
winch for sure. Like,
Just put it on the top so that we can just kind of winch to whatever, or just flip it back
Until you
over.
flip it right onto the top. You're like,
Then it's
Yeah.
shovel work again. We're trying to avoid it. If it goes on its roof, then any winching from any side is going to be kind of useless.
so I guess we just load up and make our way back to base.
Head back. I'm gonna go see what I can do about finding some different armor while mine's getting repaired.
Oh, mine's getting clean.
so, is there any radio station that I can always catch you guys on?
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Are you guys gonna have a specific frequency that you guys
Didn't
are?
we have one already? It's like 5 something.
No,
That was the one you
that
guys
get
found. Come on.
this guy.
Okay, right.
We'll just basically run one onto the radio, make sure it's
69
empty.
megahertz, dude. It's like
Yeah.
You're missing a few digits.
169. Yeah, I know. Gotta come up with something creative. Boobless. You know, like on a calculator.
That's too many.
Yeah.
No, too many.
Well, somehow boobless is too many now. That's great. We're messing with it.
Well, let's go 337.
Oh yeah. Glass, yeah.
Alright.
Or 5537.
That works.
5537.
Fair enough. Anytime I need, I'll get in contact you with this.
Okay.
So
I'll go and grab one of our medium range radios and just tune it to that and just leave it on.
okay.
Just put it on the charger so it stays charged.
So whenever I call you guys, what do I just ask for? Just Chuck? Or
You can scream help.
get the fuck over here? Does that sound good?
Yeah, or just make a large ching sound. We'll pretty much hear that from anywhere in the compound.
We might find that funny, but he probably won't.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. We'll be in touch.
Yeah, I get back aboard the APC.
All right, so you guys prepare to bounce off.
Well, when can we expect the first delivery of food?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I said come back tomorrow.
Oh, come back tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back there.
Finish
Pick
doing
up some
everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I gapped out on that, much like 1976.
That's all right. We're only what? Said what? 85 something miles away.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It was like a
We have someone that has
2-hour drive.
We have someone with a jetpack that can just go straight there. That flies at 120 miles an hour.
Levitate, grab ankles. Motor!
Grab your ankles. That's not something you want to hear. Grab your ankles, boy. We're gonna go get the meat.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that counts as derailment.
Yeah. How's this periscope work?
So it's legit, someone's so far up his ass, we don't know where
Yeah.
the other begins.
I mean, could you do that? Can I not cast levitate so it's like there's 0 gravity for me and 0 weight for him, and pretty much grab those ankles and he can like just boot her like Boba Fett?
You could. You might have to cast levitation a couple of times on
You
the
could
way,
rope
but
those
I mean,
ankles. Yeah, doggy. Like, it's like, give her.
This is getting worse.
Yeah. It's got potential to
Grabbing
go much
ankles.
further.
We're going to get the meat, and now doggy.
And rope. Yeah.
What the hell did I sign up for?
All right.
We have no idea.
I'll stay in the
You have no
APC.
idea. So you guys head along the way back, and who is working what machines on the device? Are you guys just driving and just ignoring the world, or
No, I am definitely looking out the windows because that's what I can do.
looking out the window?
Yeah,
I think I'm driver. We have a gunner. What else do we need?
But like a crackhead looking out.
Someone
the
on
window.
the sensory equipment.
All right.
Usually, I mean, it's whoever the gunner is can do it, or whatever.
I have gunnery, the actual gunnery skill, so.
Yeah, you don't want me up there. Oh, what a cute. Whoop.
I'll attempt to.
All right, so go ahead and make a sensory. Does any of you have sensory equipment?
No, sir.
I have weapon systems.
Vital skill. It's a good one to take, but that's okay. Go ahead and try and flub your way through a sensory
Can I
equipment.
start learning that?
Yeah, given enough time, you can pick it up as a secondary skill.
Yeah, I was,
Roll too. D20.
Nope, percentile. And I'm gonna go 30% or less.
Nope, 72.
All's clear on the western front.
yeah.
You guys boot home.
Meanwhile, the scream.
This is a video game machine, right?
Yeah. Plus the squeaks, the creeps, and the bleeps. Yeah. So,
So you guys make it back to base.
Wait, does that mean they'll start becoming Griggle Bleepers?
yeah, Gringle bleepers.
Gringle bleepers.
So we just roll up to base like nobody's business. And
Roll up to base like nobody's business, and you guys are sitting there, and you're like, "Well, we lost some good money on that one." Yes, but that's okay. That's okay.
I mean, between our expended ammo. And
Yeah,
yeah.
well, not quite expended ammo. You guys saved a lot on that with getting a free eclipse.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got a free.
Yeah,
so your
you're
eclipse is actually recharged.
Oh.
But the armor took a hefty hit. So you get back, and Frey looks you guys over. Well, it seems like you guys did pretty good.
and then the juicer comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like you guys did just fine. Did it pay well?
Not well enough.
That's for the accountant to decide. Charges off. It's like, we each have quarters here, right?
25K plus how
You
much?
guys have like essentially
Crew quarters.
one big kind of quarter where you guys stay.
Right.
So
All right. So yeah, other than like checking over my equipment and making sure I clean my armor, throw on a new set of clothes and all that kind of stuff.
The vehicle that he flipped is inside the vehicle.
it'll be outside.
Outside the main building.
Outside the main building. The only thing she's storing for you is the mobile air fortress that you guys have. That nasty monster. That once you guys save up some real bank, you guys can.
Should we get her to check over that thing? Make sure that it's.
The vehicle? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not get her to just do a general review and tune up? Nobody else has any kind of capability to do it.
No,
so.
she's
I have general repair and maintenance.
Hey, look at you. Then we just
okay.
But
maybe
since
so
it was
maybe-
flipped, I mean, like.
I'll get the hose. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could use the cleaning anyways. Wasn't there a giant head strapped to this thing too?
I was actually in the back, I'm told.
Oh,
So
Now
Yeah,
it's on
it's-
its side in the mud.
it's gonna need a hose now.
So he's hosing it down, and you guys take a look. For the most part, and Frey comes out. She's like, "What the hell kind of firefight was happening when you guys were on your way back?"
Oh.
She's like, "It was all over the radio."
Firefight.
Yeah, it was about 40 miles north. It was on long wave all over the place.
Wait a minute. Describe this firefight to us.
Apparently a merc group got into it with some CS troops.
Wasn't us.
And they were.
We got into a scuffle with CS. You think this thing wouldn't have any damage on it?
Well, I was kind of curious about that. I was wondering if you guys heard anything.
No.
Nope, we clearly missed that one
Is
entirely.
somebody saying it was us?
No.
Hmm.
No, she was just asking. She sounds like she's trying to be a bit of a nosy one and say, "What the hell's going on? Did you guys get into something with someone or see something?"
You show the head on the back of the APC. Shit happened.
She's like, "Fuck." She's like, "God damn it, do I miss 2016? What the fuck did you guys do to this world?"
Yeah.
It's more like what the world is doing to us.
Yeah.
A little bit of give and take.
I guess. Oh.
I go up top, grab the head, just throw it off the vehicle into the corner. I'm like,
You ain't storing that fucking thing here.
no, I think I might get it stuffed.
And then store it here.
Yeah, I might strap it to the front of the vehicle.
Back tires off the ground.
Maximum overdrive it.
No doubt.
I mean, it's not an awful idea. May not even be a bad idea.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not a great idea. But I've said it, so I'm going to do it. Because I'm a
Well,
juicer. I'm very impulsive.
What if we put it on the front of the fortress instead?
That it's still going to be here. I'm afraid it's going to be pissed because it's never going to leave here.
Oh well.
It's gonna lose my parents.
We
my
never
first
lived
project
there.
all over
Pissed
again.
about that already.
Hey, I'm satisfied that it's dead. That's
Like
all that
crazy
matters.
stuff, the yard hose going and trying to get the mud and blood off the thing.
Good luck. Need something more than a garden hose.
Yeah. So there's like 300 grit sandpaper. Fix some of the scratches and shit.
So,
The APC is pretty fucked up, isn't it? Like as far as like overall outside damage and stuff.
oh no, it's fucking
because it's
clean.
just
It's
dirt,
untouched. Like I don't even think you guys have scratched the paint really.
Really?
Just a bit of mud on her, and he's just cleaned it off.
It
So
was flipped and it just like hardly damaged.
Remember, MDC vehicle, SDC terrain.
Mhm.
This thing would literally plow through a tree and it wouldn't scratch the paint.
Wow.
So yeah, this thing's absolutely fine. She she looks at you. So looking for someone to fix that armor?
There's enough left to fix.
I'm slinking away. Find something else to do right now.
Yeah, me too.
For the record, I'm down to 17 MDC on my armor out of 130.
Yeah, that's great. She just takes the two pieces that are left. Like two tiny strips.
Like, well, I mean, I could fix your armor, or you could buy another set.
Depends what it'll cost to fix it.
Or unless there's something we can do about the price.
I don't know what
She's
you're
like,
trying to do.
Offer her favors.
I don't think she wants favors from someone like me.
Yeah, but maybe she'll actually give you a task worthy of. Or she just take cash.
Probably cash.
Lonely out here in the desert. Could I just maybe give you a kiss? Like the cop in the desert on Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
So 113 MDC.
She looks at you. I'll help you out. I'll do it for 750 per point. Which is, it's better than the normal 15 to 2,000. 1,500 to 2,000.
That's still a lot.
Per
What does that
point?
work out to?
Per point, it's a lot of money.
13.
It's hefty bank.
84,750.
It's actually not as bad as I thought.
It's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
lot of money to fix armor.
Given the
How much
fact that
did
we
we make on this?
25,000.
That's it.
And
And
change.
between
Yeah.
that and the armor, we guaranteed blasted at $250,000 worth of armor.
Okay. She walks up and she's like, "Let me see what I can do to
Maybe
start."
not a
with this."
$250,000, but probably about 150,000.
Before she even starts, she just comes up to it and she touches it. She restores 20% of it by touch alone.
The armor whisperer.
Mm.
The rest she charges you for.
Oh. Well, I'll still give her the whole 85,000.
Okay.
Still cheaper than me buying a replacement. Replacement's like 100, or it was like 170,000 or something.
I was like, yeah, it's party money, no big deal. The rest of us were like, hey, man. No, just kidding.
I mean, I contributed to that.
Spend it.
You only a little bit.
I know, but still.
I'm just here to kill.
Don't worry, I got your back.
That is true. That is true.
She's like, "You know what? You can keep the 84 if what I heard is right. There's some scraps out by that by where the scuffle took place before. If you guys can salvage some of that stuff for me."
Salvage job.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with
Is
that.
the CS still in the area, or are we able to find that out?
Rumor has it that the CS reinforcements took stuff out from long range.
Oh. So
They can
what's...
still have eyes on it.
There's supposed to be some remnants and stuff left over.
Scavengers are not uncommon for this kind of area.
Like,
I have Frey see if she can look it up on the radar.
and I can use
Because we
like,
have a radar suite
Yeah.
inside the APC.
and if we need to, I can reconnaissance with like.
She
cloak of
easily
darkness.
scopes it out. And she's like, "Yeah, looks to be about 35 miles east northeast of here. Just I don't know how you guys missed it. You guys would have been 20 miles away on the path home."
We were pretty blind on the way back, so it happens.
Fair enough. Rumor has it there was some chromium toys that were busted up pretty hard.
Oh,
If you can bring me back a working boom gun, I will gladly knock 500K off of your repair bill on the beast.
that's an easy win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If-
Okay.
If there's more than one, I'm keeping the other though.
Yeah.
I might have to.
Mounted to the APC.
No, I might just shoot it man portable and see how far I fly.
Pointed down at the ground.
That would be the fastest the juicer had ever traveled.
That's saying something.
Without a jetpack.
She's like, "Yeah, if it's not in working condition, I'll see what I can do to fix it up. It'll be worth something."
Oh, guaranteed it'll be worth something.
But what I'm really looking for is some of the armor, because I've been looking at creating a custom piece of armor.
That Wilkes sword that I have should be able to cut it.
I got one of those too.
Scrap it however you gotta.
Well, then my chainsaw. Actually, going through that chromium shit, probably the chainsaw would be better.
Most likely. She's
No,
like,
that's an
"Yeah,
easy
apparently
win.
there was a couple of Titans and a chromium guardsman."
Ooh.
That
That's a big tangle.
Huh.
Those Titans are huge.
Do we need anything in the way of like a sled or something that we pull to for large salvage?
I don't know if she would have anything like that, like a hover sledge.
Something we can use to haul a little more out than what we're going for?
I'll see what I can scrounge up in the back and make up in a bit.
Sweet.
Okay, well, if that's the case, everyone.
Tap out for the night.
Well, we're gonna try and move while everything's still hot. So,
Yeah, you want to get in there before anyone else scavenges anything that might have been there.
Well, if there is a functional boom gun, if someone shows up before we do, it's
We're
gone.
taking it, yeah.
So
Let's get on it then.
swap your gear out for ammo, and I'll just leave my armor behind. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's not much left of it anyway.
What are you gonna use? Nothing?
I'm an
Like a
MD,
shield?
I'm MDC by myself, so I'm
Okay.
okay with that for now. As long as I don't get hit by anything too big.
So I'm gonna see whether I turn my armor off as soon as I got into the.
You know,
It's been off for a while.
Been off for a while.
Okay.
You had to let it cool down for 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
So
probably
I mean,
pop a new clip in it now and it'll be back.
well, you guys are still the same day unless you guys decide to head off.
Oh
Next
no,
morning.
yeah, that's right. Fuck, if that's the case, I should probably get a couple of those extra shields. just in
it's gonna
case.
be useful to have extras for sure. I can say that Frey might be a distributor, because I mean she would have a lot of extra stuff kicking around.
If she has anything like that, I'd certainly be
But
willing
it's-
for it.
It's gonna be going for the price
Oh yeah,
because it's value, straight up value. So if you guys want some, she's like, yeah, I got it here.
and you have a super heavy and a medium.
Check on the super heavy. Now you guys tapped me out of the last super heavies,
Okay, what about a heavy?
but I do have a heavy.
Okay,
She's
and
like,
then
I'm,
what
and
about
I'm,
the medium?
I'm out of the medium,
Do you have a light?
but I do have a light.
Okay, I'll take the light and the heavy.
Okay. So you'll have a light, you'll have heavy.
Just so the hers can recharge properly.
So I'll swap those up.
And anyone who had their eclipse in, the eclipse that were in those shields are now burnt out.
Yeah.
So we're down those eclipse too.
I'm throwing the lizard robes for the temperature dropping there. I went upstairs and I'm like, oh, the heat's up to 10 degrees.
Yeah. For anyone watching as well, I don't know if we have anyone watching right now.
Yeah, one.
Right on. If you get a chance, on Netflix is a movie called Iron Sky. It perfectly personifies rifts in every way, shape, and imaginable.
Huh.
It is the prologue to it is absolutely awesome. Lynette and I watched it this weekend, and it's bizarre, twisted,
Movie or
retarded
series?
movie.
Was that the one with the Nazis on the moon?
Space
Yes.
space moon Nazis
Oh, I
fighting
have seen
lizard people on the planet Earth, and you have to go in the middle of it's retarded.
Hollow Earth.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Hollow Earth. It's oh my gosh, it hurts my brain just how dumb it sounds. But you watch it and you're like, it's campy, it's predictable, it's lame.
But it's got good
But holy
production
crap!
value.
It's actually there was good production value. I was like, I was waiting
Surprisingly
for it
good
to be,
for it for what it was. Yeah.
I was waiting for the CGI to suck ass that bad, but it didn't. Like the CGI was actually quite tolerable.
I watched Iron Sky when it originally came out.
When did it come out?
And that was like
Like a year or so
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
no,
it's
no,
already
no,
been
it's like
years ago.
almost 10
Several
years
years
ago
ago,
now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this one here is like brand new, like 2019.
Oh, really?
Oh, then they must have come out with a new moon one. Because
Yeah.
I know Iron Sky
Yeah.
had the space moon Nazis. And
That's the one
everything.
I've seen too. I don't remember the lizard people though.
There was a T-Rex.
Yeah, I remember that.
Those
don't
are
know
like
this.
With the
lizard.
lasers on its head
Yeah.
and shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird as shit. But you know what? I actually found it very interesting. It was.
Yeah, well, you play Rift, so you find it entertaining. Yeah.
Three for your weapon,
Mhm.
and then 3 extras for your shield.
So 6 total.
So
So I would be down 1 for my shield now because I think I
Yeah.
only burned through one of them in the laser rifle because I was only here for one of the battles. Unless somebody was firing my gun while I
No,
wasn't
No.
here.
So do these
Pretty good.
eclipse, do they get recharged or once they're drained, that's it?
for
Once-
now.
once
For
they're
now.
drained, they're done for now. You have to have them recharged by someone.
Now, does she recharge? Does Frey recharge?
Yeah, she will recharge, and I'm gonna say the cost of recharging a clip is going to be, I'll call it 1d4 plus 1% of the price of a new e-clip to recharge a clip.
1d4 plus 1%.
1d4 plus 1 times 10%.
Oh, okay.
So
So even that's 50%. That's still cheaper.
Yeah.
That's 1,500 credits
For any,
to recharge a standard eclip.
like 6 shots?
For
Okay.
your gun, it's 6
Yeah.
shots. For hers, it's 7.
Okay.
For his, it's 6. For mine, it's 7. Or
What are
if
the
it's
ones
in
the
my
armor?
there's just
So
some
mine is
standards.
21 for my rifle.
That's for the rifle, but your pistol is a particle beam pistol.
Yeah.
Same as his, which only gets 6 shots.
Right.
But it vaporizes whatever it touches.
So
So yeah, if that's the case, we'll strap it on, power it up, make sure it's good, power it back down. Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Whatever we have for straps, ropes, what have you, it may look like a weird fucking thing coming back here. when
mishmash,
we're
yeah,
done.
but
We may want to load up on extra ropes.
she'll get you some she'll get you some cable that she has custom made, and it's exceptionally strong, exceptionally light.
We may
hold
have
stuff
to,
down.
because if we can get a hold of, like, say, a blown out pilot compartment one.
Yep.
Like, say the head's blown off and the guy's dead.
Yeah.
Just wrench the body out of there, strap a rope to it, and drag it the whole way home.
For sure.
Oh yeah, because one of those things is worth, in good condition, it's worth $25 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, and that's if it's in
That's
good,
in
pristine
pristine
working
condition.
condition.
Step on
But
the
even
gas, man.
destroyed-
Get there.
Even destroyed, this thing's pretty serious. They're worth some crazy.
Oh yeah.
The gun's worth almost $1 million by itself.
Easy. And that's why
So
she
that's-
said she'd give you $500,000 credit for a working gun.
Yeah.
And she would also probably put on there the feed belt and the drum
ammo,
as well.
the ammo. Yeah. That's fine. Well, now that we know that it's there, fucking book it there. I want active radar, and I think we might be using multiple vehicles.
Okay. So you wanna have someone actively on the sensory equipment?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
What kind of vehicle? You guys are just bringing the one vehicle kind of thing? No.
No.
Which
What
other
other
ones
vehicles we have access to?
we have both the juicer bikes. We have the
Oh, you got
trans
the tarantula?
and the chopper with the heavy weapons replacement on it. So the tarantula bike, if you're going to use the boosters, requires special training, which no one except me has. But it does work like a normal motorcycle.
I do have pilot hover cycle / rocket bike and motorcycle, so
Then you can actually use the tarantula bike, just not in combat.
Can he be trained?
Not unless he's a juicer.
Okay.
It's like juicer sports. Like there's certain things that people are just not dumb enough to do unless you're a juicer.
Right. Like fly one of these death traps.
You can fly on a roof or fly up a building, or you just still have two wheels on the ground. Well, it might be one.
Yeah.
Because if you're a juicer, you might be catwalking up the side of a building just because.
Right.
Because sanity is optional.
Yeah.
What do you mean sanity's extra? No one wants to pay for it.
All right. So,
All right, so you have your jetpack, so if you want to use that, because it's been sitting for an hour or two while we came back, so you can use the jetpack if you need to, but you'll be driving for it now.
Yeah.
I'll use the chopper just in case, because it has a heavy weapons emplacement on it.
How far away is this place?
30-something
it's
miles,
30-something.
35
Who else
miles.
can drive the APC though?
I can.
Well, you can definitely do some reconnaissance by jetpack, yeah. Get in there quickly before we even get there and let us know what the situation is. Do you have anything to go undercover? Like guys of darkness or something to keep you from being this giant beacon of jetpackedness over top of the
Why would I want to conceal how awesome this jetpack is?
Go for it.
Because something with a medium range missile launcher might be the bane of your existence.
Yeah. Touche.
Force field!
Blast. Yeah.
All
Alright, I want to pass me the juicer book. I don't remember how fast these things can go.
I'm pretty sure you have the fastest
That
tarantula
tarantula bike?
because
I
you're
think
a
the
juicer.
tarantula bike is a little bit scary.
That's the powers.
So wait, are we putting these other vehicles in the APC and just driving it all there and then driving back separately, or how will we?
No, I think
This
the
way.
goal was either the tarantula bike for
We're looking
speed
for juicer uprising.
or the chopper with the heavy weapons emplacement, just in case there's something else there that
Sorry.
isn't quite dead.
Right. I'd say chopper's probably still pretty quick, right?
I think it can do 80 or 90 miles an hour.
Vampires.
I'm pretty sure the
There we go,
tarantula
juicer.
bike can do like 150 miles an hour.
I thought the tarantula was a little quick. Oh no, it's just that it can walk up or
It can
drive
fly up
walls.
walls. It's not that other thing, the thunder, whatever, quad, whatever. I don't remember what it
But like
is.
you can literally run out of building and run
Yeah.
straight up.
You can Ghost Rider it.
That's awesome.
It
I was
has
thinking more ultraviolet.
That works too.
Yeah, that's good.
Rockets
all the
all
little
over the
ports. They got
place.
rockets in every direction, so it can jump. It can do jet assisted jumps.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the road boss can do
Absolutely nuts, but awesome.
185 miles an hour.
We're gonna
That's
need
the road boss.
miles an hour.
miles an hour.
We're gonna need the APC for cargo space,
Yes.
though, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody's driving that.
Did we,
And the tarantula's 200 miles an hour.
now, did we
That's-
get
yeah, I thought
any
so.
kind of sledge or something like that?
Yeah, she can get you a sled.
Just in case if we can find something that's fully like fairly intact,
Oh,
so then we're not just dragging an MDC robot down the road.
Yeah.
like
As
Tin
amusing
Can's
as-
just married.
As
Yeah.
amusing as that might be, it might do a fair bit of damage to the road.
You guys would definitely be
trapped.
trapped.
Giant ravine down the middle of the road.
Cause yeah, because the chopper has the catapult assault cannon.
I ordered a 30-second timer.
So I'd say one of us drives the APC, one of us drives the chopper with the gun.
So you have a limited amount
We'll
of
talk about priorities there, 'cause the chopper's quicker than the APC. I can ride ahead and radio
Well, it
back.
has
if
rocket
there's
I got
assist
another
too.
one coming too.
It just can't
There's
jump.
one that's 4 minutes and one that's 10 minutes. So there's 3 of them. 30 seconds,
Okay.
a 4 minute.
Well,
and a
then
2-minute one.
I'll ride the chopper for the time being. You
Yeah,
have
it's for
jet
different
assist
things
left,
like,
right?
you know, gas effects.
Do I?
and
You said you did.
I have
So can also time
hover
rocket
cycle and
bikes.
rocket bike, yes.
I mean, if
Okay.
there was gas in there.
This was more motorcycle, but
Yeah.
I think it'll be okay.
Actually, well,
It'll be
I have
okay.
more
there's some
motorcycle too.
pretty cool
Yeah,
characters
that's
like
what you need for
Denver,
this
what he's playing.
Okay, so I'm going full ridiculousness
No way. I didn't even see that coming.
on the chopper because I can do.
Like big ape hangers and just like, oh yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at the gun
yeah.
on that thing. That's
Oh yeah,
ridiculous.
it's a nasty gun. It's like what 1d6 times 10 plus
26
something?
times 10 to a
That's
3 foot
awesome.
range, to a 3 foot
For
area.
radius. Oh yeah, it's nasty.
That's awesome.
It's big enough that it takes 10 to 12 seconds to cycle a new round.
Wow.
Yeah, you can fire what once per melee.
No. Yes, once per melee. But it is similar to the boom gun. And I also have mini missiles.
Similar to
laser
the boom
cannons.
gun.
It's similar to the boom gun. It says right there.
Oh nice.
It has
He literally
compensating
has the word
thrusters.
similar to the boom gun.
Says-
Yeah.
Aligned over the shoulder, similar to the Glitter Boy's
Oh, yeah.
boom gun. And uses compensators so it doesn't
Lose speed.
so it doesn't launch you in a direction because it's offset to one side.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. All right. So you guys make it out there now. Who was driving? Who was on the radio? Who was what?
Radio,
I'm sick.
no.
Just
Sensor equipment, radio. Driving, APC,
Driving back.
motorcycle.
Okay. Who's anyone way in the lead or no?
Way in the lead.
Okay. So you're getting there as fast as you can.
And I have the boom gun just in case something isn't quite dead.
good call.
Okay. Alrighty. So you get your ass on over there. By the time you guys are about 20 miles away, you guys can see the smoke in the sky now. And you guys can see that it looks like an area that was hit pretty crazy hard.
Okay.
You said the reinforcements went medium ballistic missile. So
Medium ballistic range, yeah.
yeah, so they just basically artilleried the whole location.
And I mean, as you get there, you see smoke. Smoke is billowing. It's a mess. So everyone here can hear this because you guys probably aren't gonna know. When you get up there, you do see what looks to be a Titan robot and an enforcer. Ooh, both of them just shredded and wrecked. But they seem to have not been wearing coalition colors. They seem to have been wearing some sort of a color or flag of something that was.
Hijacked and repurposed coalition stuff.
Could be
There's no
hijacked.
real skill for. You know what? I'll let you. Do you have military etiquette?
Yes.
Okay, roll a military etiquette. Maybe I'll see if you know the logos and everything. We'll treat it like a.
Streetwise wouldn't do me any good, eh?
Streetwise. Well, you're not there.
Oh, right.
Do you have Streetwise? Maybe I'd let you have that one.
I do have streetwise.
Go for a roll of Streetwise for me. Give you that one as a secondary.
Ooh, yeah, I do.
Okay. You see a logo on it. It looks like BBB. That's Braddock's
the
Bad
Better
Boys.
Business Bureau.
Oh no,
These
Braddock's
guys are
Bad
going
Boys are
down.
not that slimy.
Right.
It's Braddock's Bad Boys. They are a really large merc group.
Oh,
So it looks like these things were tactically fucked up.
so
Something got into it between these two bots that looked like they were potentially absconded coalition units at one point, or well, you knew at one point they were, because those are typical coalition heavy bots that were basically, I don't want to call them
well,
junk.
hang on. If they were basically ballistically peppered, by who? Because if these are captured, it means they're not coalitions.
They're not.
Coalition didn't.
That's why I say they got the Braddock's Bad Boys logo on them. And
Where's the other bot though?
the other bot, as you scour around behind, roll a perception check.
Is that D20?
Yes. D20 plus any perception bonuses. Usually you should have a +1 as a juicer, just because you're always jacked up and paranoid.
I was trying to see where it would be.
I know on my sheets where they are, but I don't know where it would be on yours. Either way, go ahead and do a straight roll, and we'll just treat it as a straight roll.
4.
You
I don't see a damn thing.
You don't see the Chromium Guardsman anywhere. You don't see the.
I take the field radio off the back of the chopper and
Yeah.
use the radar function on it.
Okay, so I'll let you two do a sensory equipment. Do you have sensory?
Nope, I'm gonna fudge it.
I'll let you try with a fudge of 30 points.
Nope.
All right, so you can't manage to find it. We will zoom back to the other group now. So you're driving. I'm going to say Lynette's going to make a sensory roll. She fails her sensory roll, and I will let someone fudge a radio basic roll.
I actually think I have radio basic. Yes, I do.
Okay, so go ahead and drop a radio basic roll.
Nope.
All right, do you have radio basic?
No.
Okay.
You should. I think everyone gets radio basic.
I do not though.
Lots of people do.
I do have it actually. Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Oh, you know what else I have?
Read
A bunch of
sensory
other
equipment.
stuff.
Oh, okay. I could have read sensory equipment. Damn it!
Yeah, I don't have that though.
We need you to make a radio basic check in a second,
But I do have demon and monster lore.
which is super freaking handy.
So roll radio basic.
Percentile?
I think you were working on the radio.
Yeah, that's what do I need?
She had the sensory equipment.
No, that's right. Sensory and radio, you'd be working on both at the same time anyways.
So what is my base for radio basic?
Usually it's 45%. Plus 5 per level.
Plus 5, so 50%. I have to roll under that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 11.
So there you go.
Okay, so you hear
Warming success.
Yeah.
on the radio that within approximately 25 minutes, coalition reinforcements will be reaching the location in 25 minutes.
Okay. I inform the rest of the party that that's what's going on and that we've got to move quick.
Coalition is coming in.
That's a big problem.
To confirm kills.
That's a big problem.
That is a big problem.
No, you don't need to roll.
Do we see anything at this point that looks like good salvage?
Well, he's the only one
I'm the
that's
only
there.
one there right now.
So
Oh.
you've got recognized weapon quality,
Yeah.
right?
Oh man, 25.
I'll let you-
How long are we? Like, what's our ETA destination?
Your guy's ETA to
Probably only
destination.
like 8 minutes.
I'm gonna say about 8
We're
minutes.
still shaved down to 17 minutes to load up on whatever's.
No, because we want to be long gone before
Yeah, okay,
they show
good
up.
point.
So we have
So we have 7 minutes
maybe 10.
to just load up and get.
Whatever we can put a rope on and just get out of there.
And have you spotted anything yet?
At this point, I was trying to find the chromium thing, but I couldn't find it.
Do we have anything in the sensors that can detect chromium?
On your long range sensory equipment, you might have something. The weirdest thing with Glitter Boy or a Chromium Guardsman unit, the best thing you've got is if someone's up in the sky looking, because it's shiny as fuck.
Yeah, it's like mirror finish.
Alright, well,
Like glitter boy.
as soon as you get to a place where I can park the APC, I'll just. I have a driver's hat, right?
I've been watching
No,
you
you have a
drive.
driver's hat.
I'll take the wheel. You can
Yeah,
just
that's what I
bail
Anyone
out.
can anyone can
Yeah,
drive.
but
It's
I'm
when
not
you're trying to do
fixed up.
complex maneuvers. If
Okay.
you try and do a complex maneuver,
No complex. I'll just take the wheel now, and you can open the hatch and just
Hey, Jesus, take the wheel.
pull the fat right up, straight out the door.
Alright, well, I will go airborne then. And I shall see what my alien eyes can see.
all right. So go ahead and roll a perception, just a 20.
Yeah, worse than I did.
3. You know what? Somehow
It's probably dirt. It's probably buried under the crap.
You're looking in the
you
opposite
can't see.
direction.
You're looking around. You're not seeing anything. Okay.
And then watch, let Ad'll get out, and really, you're standing on it. That's why you can't see it.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you see? He's like, who's driving the APC? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the front.
Who's driving this thing?
Yeah.
I'm
It's okay, I get cruise control turned on.
I'm this I'm
just letting him hold the wheel.
this flashback from Firefly. Who's flying this thing? Oh wait, that'd be me.
Yeah.
And then walks back up to the front compartment.
Oh, that's such a good series.
Oh, amazing series.
I
Anyways,
gotta put my
so-
license plate frame on. My other ride's a Firefly.
all right. So either way, taking a look around, you see the main bodies of these things just shut right down. Like both the UAR-1 and the Titan.
Like destroyed or like EMP
Maybe.
shut down?
Is
Uh,
that supposed to be all black in the corner there?
Like shredded.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
there's 2 screens.
Uh,
There's 1 screen, 2 screens.
Take
Okay.
a look.
I thought we
From
were
what
missing
you've
something
seen,
for a
it
minute.
looks like full-on medium-range missiles have completely annihilated the main bodies of these things.
Do they look like energy blasts or do they look like shrapnel?
It looks more like energy, so it looks like potentially plasma stuff.
Well, if that's the case, then the chromium guards might have had a chance of staying whole.
It might have.
Energy resistant.
Oh god, I said it's a payday.
If we can find it in the next like
Find it, man.
7
Find
minutes.
Cycle through the settings on my optic helmet and see if anything else jumps out at me. If that makes a difference.
Switches it
No,
to chromium.
jumps out. No, we don't want jumps out. That means the chromium
Go ahead
guards
and look
might
on the
just
sensor and
stand
also
up
try
out of
and scan
nowhere.
radio
Like,
waves.
Crazy,
shit,
man.
run!
Crazy.
6%?
Oh,
On the sensor?
yeah.
Okay, on the sensor, you see about 5 miles from both of your location. You see something moving at a reasonable speed, probably about 60 kilometers an hour, 70 kilometers an hour.
Toward us or where?
You see it seeming to be retreating away from you guys.
Yeah, I will
Okay.
Wounded
pass
glitter
that on
boy.
to them.
Yeah, that could be it.
It's one of the few things that could take that kind of a pummeling and still
crawl out.
possibly survive. But
Head right to it.
go ahead, and is there anything else you guys want to check while you're doing it? Go ahead.
I'll leave them to look over the main battle site and see if there's anything interesting. And so my jetpack flies at
120 miles an hour.
120 miles. Okay,
Yeah,
I will.
that's maximum speed though.
Yeah, I'll make max speed in the direction that Misty indicated and see if I can actually maybe get a visual on this thing and find out what exactly it is. I don't want to get close by any means. I just want to see if this is what we're looking for or if we stumbled across something totally different.
Okay. So you scoot over there as quick as you can. We're going to be doing this in 15-second increments of time now because time is 100% of the essence for you guys
Okay.
as of right now. So you are by the stuff. Your first action for this round
Right now, I'm still looking around to see if there's anything
that you can
in
tell.
my area that might be worth grabbing.
Literally
Okay.
just doing donuts in wider
Yeah.
circles, just trying
I'm
to.
not
You
on the
are-
bike right
You
now.
are scooting over and trying to scope that stuff out. You are driving the APC. You are working
The
Sensory.
sensor.
the sensory equipment. Are you working anything else?
Is there anything else to
Well, you can try and piss around with the radio too, see if you can pick up a signal, try and
Yeah,
jam
I'll,
signals, do whatever.
yeah.
I mean, to jam a signal, you'd have to know it's there. But
Yeah, I'll look for signals.
Okay, so you're looking for communication. Go ahead and make a radio basic check.
The
Nope.
89.
Okay, So you cycling through the channels, you can't find anything other than static and garbage.
I'm
You're
just
just
taking
driving
it easy
and
on
piloting.
the driving, yeah.
Okay, you scoot over in that direction. You rolled your perception check.
But I will turn gently in the direction that Misty was going, like that she indicated.
Okay.
The direction.
Well, are they on the road?
They're on the road right now.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well just stay on the road and just continue on.
Mhm.
So if these things are shredded as badly as they are, then there's probably not going to be much salvaging.
But the thing that's walking,
I think that's moving at 60 kilometers an hour. Yeah,
Yeah.
follow that.
that's what we'll follow.
Yeah.
So that's getting off of the road because this thing is bush pushing.
Oh,
So
Is
yay
there
or
a
nay?
trail though? Like, is
There is no nice trails. This is if you're gonna do this, you're gonna have to be piloting this thing through crap bush. I mean, you'll be running over trees and stuff like that, but there is a possibility of tip flipping.
I mean,
stay on the road.
Is there anything to salvage?
yeah, I'm staying on the road for now.
There might be stuff to salvage. You're in the process of looking.
Yeah.
Throw a quick perception check
We're
for
going to
just
check
looking.
out that walking monstrosity.
If it's walking,
You're like, oh man, this thing is just
Crawling.
freaking ratched. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Look at this body. This main body is just fucking corpsed. And that's you're just sitting there aghast at the fact that one
Everything is
missile or
destroyed.
two missiles could have done this leveling of an impact. All right, so we're gonna cycle back around. You're still working the radar and everything. You're trying to continue tracking that thing, so it is
Can
still
I try
moving.
the radio again?
Yeah, you can keep rolling through the dial. Absolutely.
20.
Nice.
Okay.
It's 200.
Yes. So as you keep rotating through the dial over and over, so let's say we're in 45 second. No. All right. And you hear a muffled radio signature. You're gonna have to try and hone in on that. We'll come back to you. You're still driving. You guys are pushing as good as you can towards the unit. You can actually push it at a
Yeah,
faster
I'm
pace.
actually
It's
going
not a big putting pedal down, driving a little juicer style.
Yeah.
You begin
Little.
you begin catching up on this thing. I mean, it's about 5 miles away. It's definitely got some space on you. Even at 120 miles an hour, over a course of 45 seconds, it's still going to take you a minute and something to catch up to this thing. So you're trying your best to kind of catch a glimpse of this thing.
do I have any sort of magnification optics?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You have telescopic sight, 4,000 feet range. Remember?
No, on the multi-optic helmet, it's more.
Okay. Where's the juicer book?
Nope,
Did you
it's
have
in the ultimate.
it? It's real. All right. What are you doing now that you kind of?
I'm gonna do one more look around to see if I can find anything worth salvaging. Otherwise, I'm gonna hop back on the bike and get out of here before
Get ready to
things
do
get
GTFO.
Hey.
Not 20. I'm taking a look around now that you've kind of breached past the look of everything. You take a look and you're like, oh shit, how did I miss this? The shoulder missile pods and the calf missile pods on the Enforcer and the Titan are still in good condition. Getting them off is going to be a little bit tough right now.
In 10 minutes, yeah, we're going to have to take one
But-
apart.
What are you
There's
talking about? I got a
Chainsaw and a laser
chainsaw.
sword.
That's
I
what
have
I mean.
chainsaw. That'll
You
make
literally
a
hack
big.
a limb off and bring it
No,
with.
they're shoulder. They're like shoulder pods. So you basically they're on like
But
outriggers.
those calf ones, they're
Well,
The
the
calf
ones
ones
that-
are built into the leg.
Yeah.
That
The
one-
shoulder ones on the Titan
they're not
are
in its actual shoulder mount. They're mounted outside the main shell of the.
if it's on the Titan bot kind of out.
Because I know sometimes the shoulder mounts, they're actually in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's one of the ones on the Titan bot you can actually
Yeah, okay.
cleave off because it's on almost a spalder.
Right.
So it'd be the one on the left side that you could pull off.
Okay. That's good.
Right there.
Oh.
So if you worked at it hard enough, you could get that off.
Yeah.
It would take a bit
That's
of time.
huge though.
That's
The launcher might not be worth it, but the missiles in it might be.
absolutely.
Want to pull up the APC and just missile, offload the missiles?
Well, what I might do is I might grab them, like if I can break it open for those missiles,
Yeah.
and just leave them on the road for you guys, and say, hey, there's a pickup.
Yeah.
And
Looks
then
to be 3 missiles left in each shoulder. Now these are not minis.
No,
These are short range.
Those are short range. Those are 3 times the size of a mini.
Can
And
we fit them on board the APC?
you might be strapping them
No.
on the roof though.
I think. Yeah, there's also the mini missile turret pod, which there is 20 missiles in the mini missile shoulder pod. Wow. Or sorry,
That's-
there's going to be. There's actually going to be 9 right now. There's 9 minis left.
9 minis left, so
Yes.
So did you some. I could probably get the shoulder pods busted open and
Well,
pull.
you could probably get the shoulder pod off in a couple of seconds. It's not going to be hard with the.
Oh, that's right.
It's on the stock.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one I could just carve off.
Done.
Those are for the short range.
That's
ones.
the minis.
Well, that's the minis.
The shorts in the
Yeah.
pod.
So in the shorts, I probably won't steal the pod. I'll probably just take the missiles themselves.
Yeah.
So basically, just grab the little cover that's on it and just kind of wrench it off, and then just slide the missiles out.
So I'm gonna say
It's like, is this thing live? Tink, tink, tink.
for you to hack that off and have that prepped and the missiles, you're sitting at 4.5 minutes. So your next 4.5 minutes will be taken just getting that thing off and off to the side, getting the missiles out and prepped.
It's a bit of time, but
It's something from this because if the coalition comes by,
Yeah.
they're confirming kills. They'll make sure there's nothing salvageable
For
from
sure.
either of these things.
Yep.
So yeah,
They're gonna scavenge what they can off of this stuff because they're gonna want to reuse their junk
of
too,
course, yeah.
because it was
No,
originally.
I just mean you're gonna have to do what you're doing there. We might go swing in for a pickup, but depending on what happens over here,
well if they're just short ranges, not mediums,
Yeah.
I could probably just strap them to the side of the chopper.
okay,
The pod,
The pod would be
the
something.
pod
you'd
will
want
be
to
a bit
put
of
on
a
the deck.
turd.
drop it on the sludge and bail out of there.
Well, if I can cut the pod off and throw it by the road, if they swing by, grab it, throw it inside, and I'll just deal with the short ranges by myself,
Okay.
and then just catch up on the way.
So about 4.5 minutes, and that's what you'll be doing that time just to get that all hacked off. Running through the dial again, you hear someone trying to call out. This is Braddock's platoon 15. We were ambushed. Braddock's platoon 15. We were ambushed.
That's the guy that you're chasing on knowing the bet. He's crawling out of our field of.
That's
Braddock's
all you.
field
That's
of
all
fire.
you hear.
That sounds professional. That sounds like a military organization.
Well, if he's piloting what I think he might be piloting, good chance of that for sure.
Well, my thing is, I think that if I can find where that multi-optic helmet is.
All right.
By the way, what's my range on my force field begin?
I think it's like. I don't have it in the heroes book here. Right now I'll call it 60 feet plus 10 feet per level is your total maximum range that you're allowed on that. And that's just where you can drop the force field down. I think it might be higher, but
So is just the Titan bot, the one that took it the best, and actually has something worth salvaging?
yeah, the enforcer bot. I mean, they've all taken some pretty hefty damage. The enforcer took a bit of a hit. For the most part, he's got that massive rail cannon, but that's like a 15-foot rail cannon that you're not going to want to try to play, and that's a part of the shoulder. Getting that thing off is
Well, the
Gonna
thing
be
is,
impossible in 10 minutes for sure.
well, where am I going to put it?
Top of the roof.
Side of the road.
To me? Because remember, you guys are picking up that little pod and then booking it.
yeah. And the Titan, the Titan combat bot it's big. It's big. I mean, there's a rail cannon on that thing, but you're
I'll
not
have to
getting
take
you're
the
not getting the
I have to take the
T001.
whole arm with it.
Yeah, and good luck with that. Just the weight on that railgun alone is 950 pounds.
I could pick it up and carry it. I wonder if I could pick it up and shoot it.
Oh man, that thing's bigger than you are.
That's okay. It's only 950 pounds.
What's your max
So-
left?
Like like 6,000.
Holy
So-
shit.
Jeez, pepper cheese. That's crazy.
So what are you up to, Aiden? You're still trying to catch up. So after
Yeah.
about a minute, he starts kind of hacking at the missile pod, and he's making some headway through the stem. And you start catching up. Roll another perception now that you're closer.
Telescopic
264.
light lens, range of 2 miles.
Can we leave that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know
20?
alive.
Okay, so you take a look. You see that this is a chromium guardsman. The body on this thing has taken some serious abuse, but this thing is still in trucking-it mode. It is 7.5 feet tall of chrome glimmering toughness, and you see something sitting over this thing's arm that you've heard rumors about these boom guns, and you're like, it looks a lot smaller for something with such a big
Is
reputation.
the cockpit open or closed?
Oh, it's closed.
It's closed.
It's fully
I just remember
fully
all the
sealed.
damage and stuff where they're not there.
It hasn't bust through the reinforced pilot's compartment yet.
That's good.
I'll radio back to the
Excellent.
team and let them know that I've got eyes on our Chrome boy.
Nice.
Okay.
He's still mobile though.
Yeah.
Still mobile. Still battle ready.
Still
Still very fucking deadly.
And like for the record, if he catches a glimpse of you,
fucked.
you're well inside that range. If you see him stop and turn,
Get out of there.
you drop to the ground immediately. Like if you have to fall.
Yeah.
Because
Or put up the biggest shield that you can muster.
and it might break through it.
Yikes.
All right. So you've managed to catch up. You have caught that on the radio. What are you doing? Let's start with you, because he's taken.
Okay, well, do I want to respond to him or?
To the guy on the radio? Oh, hell no.
Jam him.
John? Yeah,
Okay, so you're going to do electronic
Good call.
countermeasures. Go ahead and make your roll.
that's.
Percentile?
Yep.
14.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
You
thanks.
jammed his signal. He has no fucking clue that he's jammed right now, but you have jammed his signal.
That's awesome. I just radio.
Oh damn it! I don't have my armor on. Because I built that sensor jammer into my armor. I'm not wearing my armor.
I'm like just pedal to the metal trying to get to his destination,
Okay.
his location.
So you guys were a couple minutes out from that still yet.
Yeah.
You, let's see if he. Oh shit, he does.
Oh, fuck.
You see this thing. It seems to kind of take a half sidestep, and then it starts turning towards you to look.
I can hear you.
And you can. Oh, you don't have radio communication device on your thing.
He's got a radio.
Okay. You hear over the radio. You can't hear it. It's all a garbled fucking mess. All right.
I'm putting the fucking brakes on real quick.
Have you got chat open there?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's good somebody's monitoring it. Because there's
Well,
nothing
this
showing up
just
in
this
that
one
chat.
here. Just on Discord.
Right.
So you see that. That's all you see. We'll come back to you. You're continuing the countermeasures. Okay. You're continuing pedal
yeah,
to
I'm
the
stuck
metal. So
in
you guys
drive mode.
continue. This thing, you can see it. It puts a hand up like this.
I'm turning around, heading back the other direction, I think.
Okay. All right. So you turn and head back the other direction.
Yeah, 180. Like I can't take this thing on by myself.
Drop down. Get
Oh.
out of line of sight. Break line of sight.
Okay.
I can't tell you that because
All right. That's all good. You know what? Running away from this thing is not a bad decision.
well, especially because we confirmed what it is and it's not damaged enough that we can take it on.
I think we
If
need
it's
to
not
look
into the
into
reinforced
parlay.
pilots department, which means we're at least 200 MDC away from that, and we can't use energy weapons. Yeah. So basically, the most effective weapon we have is my chainsaw and my MG202. That's it.
And maybe my
Well,
swords.
and don't be in close
Well,
range
but I
with
don't
this thing.
Only one of them.
And trust me, you don't want to be in close range when this thing fires.
I'll take your word for that.
Okay, back to you. You're continuing the counter jamming, so I'm going to have you continue
Glitter
rolling
boy
the
boom
counter jamming.
guns. They use pylons that are built into the power armor that spike
84.
down 4 feet
Okay,
to stabilize this.
Jesus Christ.
so you hear over the radio after a few seconds. She jammed it for about a minute, and then you finally hear over the radio. Who is that over there?
Oh, shit. What do I say?
This is Unit
Just
15
lie.
of Braddock's Bad Boys.
It's your wife!
Help me regroup with Braddock's Bad Boys.
Let me see here. Being a bounty hunter, I would know them probably by reputation. Would you be
Braddock's
fair to
Bad Boys?
Yeah.
They're a pretty large mercenary group.
Would we have any knowledge of their operations in the area?
You probably wouldn't have any knowledge of their operations within the area. What you would know is they're a fairly large organization. He has well over 4,500 employees in his mercenary ops group. They are known, if one town wants to schedule full-scale war against another town, they act as a platoon regiment to actually act as that military faction.
Now, could the rewards of a boom gun be exceeded by the rewards of getting this guy back to his? Like, could we forge an alliance by getting this guy back to where he's supposed to go? I mean, because taking him out seems like a pretty freaking risky
Actually,
maneuver.
Seeing as you unsuccessfully continued jamming for the second minute, actually you would hear this as well. So you two would be hearing this right now.
What do you think?
I'm not hearing it. I'm
No.
hearing chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's
Alright.
hearing.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I'll radio him back. I'm not going to give him my name or any identifying information. I'll let him know that I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I just came to see what all the commotion was about. I myself don't know where the nearest outpost or the rest of his, what was it, platoon you said?
The rest of his platoon.
I have no knowledge on the rest of his platoon or their whereabouts, but I'm willing to help him out if we can negotiate something, namely not blowing me out of the fucking sky.
Alright. Alright. What is your MA and what is your MA?
Major attitude.
Yes.
14.
Okay. So no special bonuses or anything. We were just a small detachment meant for reinforcements on another major mission. We need help returning. We need help returning and regrouping. Looks like those with me, they are gone. Was there any foot troops on the ground when you passed by?
None that I saw. Honestly, the whole battlefield got leveled from what I can tell.
Okay.
Shitters and spitters, sir. Nothing left.
All right. So we're actually are you jamming again or no?
Let's jam them.
Yeah, it seems to be done talking. We got.
You got a bit of information out of him.
Could say,
Do you want to try to get more information, or should I continue jamming?
At this point, I'd honestly be looking at our long-range radar to see where those coalition troops are coming
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys are at minute 6 right now. So you guys are about 14 minutes. They're 14 minutes out. You guys are really close to getting
So I'm gonna check
to the spot right now, the crater,
Yeah.
to load up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check the sensors and see if we
Okay,
can.
check the sensors.
Long range radar.
Nope, 94.
Oh yeah, checking the long range radar, folks. Everything seems all clear, all clear.
It's still long range
In
radar.
fact, they're like tapping on the glass of the window.
Well, it's long range. not short range.
All right. So you guys are just about at the crash site. You'll probably be done. You'll be done hacking that thing off by now.
Okay. Now I just basically grab it and throw it at the road.
All right. So he is still on the radio. Can you help me find my platoon?
Well, I have no love lost to the coalition, and in these trying times, I'm sure friends are hard to come by. So I can throw you a loan, yeah.
Okay. Where's your transport? We need to get me out of here. I'm too high visibility. I am too high visibility. I need to disappear.
I can hear that over the radio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you like it now.
Well, the rest of my team's back at the battlefield right now, but coalition troops are closing in pretty quick.
Yeah, he doesn't want anywhere
You don't
near
want
that
to
right now. Find somewhere to go to ground right now.
Let's see. Relation to the road that they were traveling on, what direction was he heading? Like,
He was
assuming that
headed-
the road's
he
coming in
was headed
straight into
west
the
pretty
crash
much.
site. So then he would have been heading off to one side. The coalition troops are coming from
North.
But we don't know that yet.
Has he got oxygen supply? Like, has he got a self-contained atmosphere?
Yeah, he's
within
full
his-
environmental.
Why would we bury him?
Because radar will penetrate the ground for the first few feet.
For the first few feet. Bury him. Deep.
If there's a cave system that's close by, if he can get in there,
You
and
can't
he
use
can
something to pop a hole in the ground and just shovel it over?
maybe one of these missiles that I'm pulling would have enough blast force to do something
Yeah,
like
that'll
that.
just announce the location anyhow.
But if we can get him underground, like in a cave or something like
Question, I have land navigation. Does that mean that I have a knowledge of the geography in the area? Or
If
is
you
that
have a
more-
map, you can absolutely navigate via.
I was
via
also
that
got
map.
wilderness survival, so
It's like, I smell a cave this direction.
yeah. Could I check against either of those to see if there are any caves in the area? Or
If
I
you
don't
know
know,
of
a
any
deep bog
caves-
or
Yeah,
some marshland.
but you guys are kind of out of the boggish area. But I'll let you. You know what? Throw a random roll. If we get really crazy low, you might have known of something in the nearby vicinity.
Because the other option is, depending on what shows up for the coalition, we can try and send them on a wild goose chase.
That's awesome.
6.
Shit, you know what? But now that I think about this, there's this cave. It's about a kilometer from you. Just go in there. You'll be fine.
Kenny, how
Dice.
fast is
Fuck dice. Fuck dice so hard.
how fast does that chromium suit move?
I think they can do 60 miles an hour
Yeah.
if he really wants to push.
Well, he's gonna want to push, especially when we radio back to him right now that coalition forces are approaching.
We don't know where they are yet, but as soon as we get them on long range radar, we ping them once. We do not ping them again.
to avoid detection.
I'll let them know. Sorry, how big was this thing? It's only 7 feet.
7.5, 8 feet tall. If I remember
Would that
correctly.
fit in the APC?
No, they were 9. It would fit in the APC if it was laying down.
No.
Nine.
Or
Still,
you can stand it up, can't you? Because that's a tall APC.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 feet still fits in this room.
Yeah, so you could technically fit this thing in this room.
Okay.
And
I'll
the
let them know.
APC is about
Yeah, because that's right.
this,
2/3
probably
away.
about here to that wall in the interior, and then probably about 4 feet past this wall.
It's
to that
squishy.
wall.
He ain't getting
Oh,
around.
so he's like, you know.
No, but
yeah,
he could
nothing.
literally get in there and sit, and then just not move.
Yeah.
I'll let them know that my team has an APC that could probably hold him, but they're back in the direction of the coalition forces, so he's gonna have to go to ground and let us come to him.
Yeah, we'll have to retrieve him after.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at least he should be relatively
So
shielded.
you relay the directions to him. Give me a land navigation check, and I'll do his as well. Okay.
So I'll have to come back to the APC and guide them there because I don't want to be giving these directions over the radio. Like I'll tell him where to go from his position because they don't know where it's at. But if the coalition forces get to the battle site and they know or they've heard the direction I've been given from the battle site to get to the cave, they can find him too.
Yeah,
So
we
they're
have
all-
it marked on radar, so we know where he is.
So I can. Alright. Ooh, 98. I used up all my luck in that first one.
So he's gonna
Like I think it's off around this way. You'll see. You'll find it.
No.
He's gonna see if he can find it. We'll go from there.
roll a luck roll.
Yeah.
He went left when he
you know
should have
what?
went right.
For
Yeah,
him, I
so
rolled
that was a-
a double on 7. So
he might.
So he
I might
knew there
actually-
was a cave.
I might say he
so-
might just find it.
I didn't find the one you're talking about, but I found something that looks like it.
Yeah. Make a
Somewhere's in this general
It's a
direction.
small 4-foot hole and it's in the floor.
60.
What's your
It's actually
what's your
that's 9.
radar?
Or it's oh,
60.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, that's 60.
There's a 4.
Yeah.
Oh no, you don't have sensory equipment, right?
No, I don't.
So
Uh-huh.
all right.
Get that.
So it was a valiant effort. Still not seeing anything on long range radar, guys. What else you doing? You guys trying using anything else?
Well, I'm just trying to get
Okay,
to that
So
location
you
still.
now make it to the location. So you have all of the missiles out. You have
Oh, I hit the
Plot off the
brakes
back.
and I just
All
flap
6
open.
missiles out, and the mini missile pod.
and the mini missile pod.
I don't even
Right.
waste time. I'm just
Oh.
like,
drop the rear hatch.
yep.
Toss
Start
everything
loading it
inside.
Okay, so we'll
Hatch is
say
dragging on the ground already by the time the thing comes to a stop.
Yeah.
30 seconds times 3 takes you guys a minute and a half to load all this crap just in the back. You're
That's
throwing
fine.
it in there,
So
bucket and ditch it.
we're
and go.
at what 9 minutes now?
Now
You
should
guys
we
are
try
at 9
and
minutes.
intercept
You guys
course?
have about, in theory, 11 minutes till they breach ground here physically.
That should be
Yeah.
enough to intercept him and get the
No.
No?
No, because we're off road. Off road, you're limited to like 40 kilometers an hour.
I say
So at this
let's-
point,
Just book her back
convoy
to this.
down the road,
Yeah, hammer down.
going north
Oh, towards.
towards where the coalition troops are coming from, or as we figure they're coming from, and not towards the
Oh,
town.
Yeah.
I don't want them to think we're running back with our ill-gotten gains. We're
Right.
just kind of cruising down the road right now.
Alright.
So,
So you're hoping
so
that we're gonna get through without a search?
hoping that searching the battle site's more important than searching us.
Because
So
for
drive
all
casual.
intents and purposes, if I'll come down and I'll land on the roof, so I'm not drawing extra attention. So it should just look like
Just land on the roof and sit in the gunner
Yeah.
spot.
should
Let
just
the
look
guy
like-
know. Go to ground. We'll
Yep.
try and create a diversion and
Okay.
and we'll try and come
I'll
back to him. In a
See
few.
if I can
Alright.
radio back to our glitter boy in hiding and let him know that we're gonna have to come back and pick him up in a bit. But we're
I might be able to buy him a few minutes anyway with the whatever conversation we end up having with the coalition.
all right. So
So
you guys get booting down the road. So you kind of drive around the 2
Yeah, he's
hulking
driving.
wrecks. Oh, you're driving now?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was on the gunner spot.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'll-
you're just driving casual right now.
Okay, so alright, straight line, no problem. I got this.
All right. So about 2 minutes later, you guys hear a call out over the radio. This is DH-6503, Coalition Forces. What is your situation?
Situation en route to next settlement north of where was it?
Toledo.
North of Toledo. Traveling for supplies.
What did you guys pass just a couple miles back?
Giant crater.
Looked like a wreck of someone bit off more than they could chew and got nuked for their troubles.
Sounds about right. What kind of equipment they running?
It was like 2 coalition robots, not much left of them. I don't know if they're your friends or someone else's. Looked like older gear.
Not much left
Older
of them.
gear. Anything shiny about?
Not that we saw. Everything was kind of covered, so if it was buried under some of that debris, it's entirely possible.
All right. What's your MA?
My MA? 27.
Trust intimidate roll. It's going to be a 75, isn't it?
No, actually it's 45.
For an MA of 27?
Mm-hmm.
Really? No, I thought she's way higher than that.
I have an MA of 24 with an 80%.
Oh, then I might have written it down. Where is the?
Should be around page 292, give or take a little bit. Oh, I might have skipped a bit past. Try 280s. One of the first things. There we go. Back one more.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, that page right there.
27. Oh, 92%.
92. All right. Can you identify yourself, sir?
I
I
am
Chuck.
I am a meat popsicle.
Yes, I am a meat popsicle. I am a windblown meat popsicle.
Fair enough, meat popsicle. You guys head on your way. As you guys are going, you guys did not see this thing at all on long range radar, but as you get up closer, this thing looks like an elongated skull, about 45, 50 feet long, 15 feet tall, and this thing is traveling through the air at about 700 miles an hour. This thing is sonic booming the fuck over you guys at crazy, crazy speed.
Yeah, I'll give
Fucking
that a
Death's
pass.
Head transport.
Yeah. DH6503, Death Head. You also see a couple of sky cycles following behind. They cannot keep up with this thing. This thing is fucking motoring.
Sky Cycles can. Oh no, the other one. The
Yeah,
Sky Cycles cannot.
Yeah, they're not fast enough because they're open air.
No, the other one that's
oh,
open air can.
the other one's open
But
air.
those ones are scary and can do Mach 7.
But yeah, Death's Head's nasty, nasty shit.
And
This thing's
scarily heavily armed.
this is from your assessment, just looking at this thing, it looks like this is potentially what launched the missiles that took out the Enforcers and the Titan, and nearly leveled that glitter boy.
Why does it sound like a turbocharger spinning down?
Sounded like that. I heard the same thing.
That was weird.
It's all good.
Hard to say in this house. There's a lot of weird shit.
So, as soon
Apparently
as,
your house is turbocharged.
Yeah.
as soon as this thing is past you, you guys can actually see a couple of things eject off of the sides that look like humanoid-ish shape. For those of you who have seen it, most likely all of you would have seen SAMAS gear. It looks like a couple of SAMASs just kind of popped and dropped off the side. I don't know.
Those are the ones with the wings.
And jet
With
engines on the
cannons and
back.
shit on them.
Well, it doesn't have cannon on it, but they do have a rail gun with a
Okay.
drum magazine on the back.
Right. And these things kind of go off and they begin scouting. The Death Head looks like it's prepping to land near the area.
That's good, actually. It's landing near the area. It's not landing near the glitter boy. Or the,
All right. So what are you guys up to?
we are.
We are
Heading on down the
continuing.
road.
Yeah, we are continuing driving down the road.
We sure are. Yeah.
I'm not fighting off any more of this one than I can avoid.
Yeah, not at all. So, and then we should.
Important lesson. You guys have learned this. It is okay to run away and
Yeah.
live.
So, and we have no way of engaging communication with our
Nope.
glittery friend.
Well, we don't want to run that risk either because they're going to be monitoring all communications too.
Yeah,
And
for
they're
sure.
probably also legitimately, they're probably also going to be monitoring you guys
Oh yeah.
completely because they have long range radar that's good for how many miles?
Yeah.
25 miles or more.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's their short range because they've got long range enough for their long range missiles of like 360.
Don't those need to be painted from closer range?
Some do, some don't.
I don't
long
remember
range
what-
missiles on some of those things. Like the suite on the Death's Head is retarded. Like it's fucking terrifying.
I want one of those.
You never get one and you never get close enough to drive one.
Yeah.
You never
So when
want
we
to.
get a certain
For
distance,
the record,
should I
that's
just,
Sam's. 2 of those came off the side.
This is a Death's Head transport. Right. Looks like a school bus of flaming skull death. That right there is a nicer picture of it.
So for the record, That's a cannon. Those are defensive armaments. That's also a cannon. Mini missiles come out of the teeth.
Oh, I had the dimensions off. 104 foot long.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
Oh, sorry, 240 foot long. 104 foot wide. Little
so,
big.
Like,
So it's basically a flying apartment building.
houses,
Yes.
like 2 houses. Yeah.
Yeah, enhanced radar with 200-mile range.
There you go. So for the record, it probably saw that we were parked there for a
It,
little while.
it probably saw yours parked there. It probably saw you guys parked there for the minute and a half, which they would probably assume
That's
is
fine.
just enough time to look at it and be like, "Fuck no, let's go."
Yeah.
Because legitimately, you guys made fast time getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So we just
We're
keep
fucking
going.
around.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck around with whatever did that to these things. Yeah, we are very squishy by comparison.
So we're moving to next town.
So I'm guessing
We're just
you guys are
driving.
probably gonna.
Yeah, we're just driving.
You
Should
guys
I
continue
jam our signal?
Nope. No,
After a while though?
Nope.
No? Okay.
no.
No, because no matter what, you're not gonna jam their radar.
Yeah.
From that range,
Fair enough.
not gonna happen.
What time is it?
Right by now would probably be close to supper, so you guys might be getting hungry soon.
Lots of shadows, getting dark out yet.
Not quite yet. It's getting close to supper time, so the sun's coming down towards the horizon.
Okay.
So
How far to the next
see
town?
how their investigation is going to go.
Sun's getting low, big fella.
You guys are probably about 20-30 miles to the next town.
Okay.
So
Just maintain a decent cruising speed, probably about 45, 50 miles an hour.
Let's not give the giant floating Doom Fortress any reason to doubt.
Doom Fortress, that's a good term for it.
That is a really good term for it, to be honest. So you guys, we'll say if you guys push it fast, you guys could make it to the next town. Not going to be a problem. If you guys slow it down, you guys could probably, or if you guys keep it at the same pace, the 30, 40 miles an hour or whatever, no big deal. You guys could probably make it halfway and then shut her down. Depends on you guys. What did you guys want to do?
I want to make it to the next town.
at a reasonable speed, not a kicking up speed and like giving all
Yeah,
attention.
just slowly increase our speed up to about 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100% fine.
Like this, Dad? I'm driving. I'm driving. Driving Cosmo and I don't.
I'm picturing Full Metal Alchemist.
I haven't seen it.
No?
I heard it's good though.
Yeah, it's basically the dude in the giant suit of armor, just driving.
So you guys make it to a small town called Binswark. Just a little dirt hole town, enough to get some supplies, some basic stuff.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
We're gonna get something to eat.
Yeah, start a local watering eating hole and
I'm gonna go to the general store, wherever we can buy basic stuff,
Okay.
and whatever is big enough to fit those missiles in.
Okay, so you're just looking to kind of hide.
do you want to stuff them in some like hay bales or something?
Well, what I want to get is just those like Pelican cases,
Yeah.
just long enough that I can fit 1 or 2 missiles in each one of those.
Okay.
Then fill them with random whatever else. I know if they scan it, it's gonna be, oh look, there's a missile under all this food.
Yeah.
But if it's just we're buying stuff, I'm sure they're tracking us on radar right now.
Why not? But sure, if we covered it with food, but what if we covered it with like spare electronic parts and stuff?
Whatever we can find, even stuff that we can maybe potentially refurbish.
That's what I mean. Like some, if they got some.
So they'll have a scrapyard here.
Yeah.
No one's a rogue scientist, scholar, or an operator, so no one can volunteer time to help and save your cash.
Are we
but-
trying to get these back to the Bray? Is that the goal with these
Yeah.
missiles? Okay.
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere around that we might be able to sell these off or auction them off to the
This
highest
place is
bidder?
probably too small for
This place, yeah. I just mean within.
He'd be willing to. This guy'd be more than willing to sell. He might even be willing to buy the turret for the enforcer, but no, he's like, no, that's gonna be too hot for me.
be
Hot commodity.
As it's still smoking, yeah, it's pretty fresh. Yeah.
Well, what I think I might do is I might unload all the missiles out of it,
Yeah.
add them to our magazine, and then basically strip that piece down as scrap. I'm sure someone else can turn it into something functional because it has the paint system, it has the launching system, and all
So
that's still there.
I've got general repair and maintenance, so I can help like dismantle it without breaking everything.
There we go. And then basically just put it in one of those, and
Try and use the parts to cover up one of the missiles. Or would that be too
well,
obvious?
it'll be coalition grade stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd still think the random scraps inside cases will probably be a better option.
Okay. So go ahead and make the general roll. And then what do you guys want to do with the octopod on top of this thing? Or that they were all the missiles were in. Because that's a bit of an ugly little pod thing that sits up there with about 8 foot turrets off of it.
Nice.
30, I made it.
So you easily get all the missiles out real fast. Just bang, 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 bang.
And
So
what were they?
there was nine mini missiles.
Yeah, what were they packed with?
They were packed with plasma, so they are, I think, 1d6 times 10.
They're even better than ours.
Wow.
Ours were only frags.
How many of those we get?
9,
There's 9 of them.
How many does our turret hold in one go?
6.
That's awesome.
Want to do a set of 3 and 3? Or can we mix loads like that?
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's
Excellent.
what
We have-
those missile pods are designed
Designed
for.
for that.
Right, so now we can, that way we'll have something for the little things and something for the big things.
Well, if it's something big, we just launch all of them at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it with everything.
Yep. Works for me.
But yeah, beyond that, that octopod thing.
Mhm.
Can we break it down?
Like a
If
cardboard
you were to
box.
pull out your laser swords and kind of hack it up and make a mess of it, yeah, you could probably do that.
So if we dismantle that a little bit, maybe the scrap rate guy would take a little bit of trade for the junk that we're getting off of him. Or is
We also have to kick him a little bit to keep quiet about this encounter in case Coalition peels back to ask.
They don't know who the hell we are anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much.
I
We
guess.
only operate in the other town.
Okay.
So unless we've had direct dealings with this guy, he probably has no idea who we are.
Okay.
Just someone in the area. And guess what? We're already someone in the area.
So what are you guys looking for today?
Money.
Random junk right now. Anything electronic that might be salvageable, or even components off of it might be salvageable. And some cases to put stuff in. Need to be about 4 feet long and about 3 feet wide, though.
Now let me see what I got in the back here for you.
Back with a couple guitar cases.
This ain't work. You desperado.
At that point, I'd be like, I wonder if we can activate the warhead on one of these and just
Yeah.
throw it at somebody.
Let's try that out.
We wouldn't kill her javelin.
Yeah.
Launches it.
He pulls out a couple of Pelican cases. They're a bit beaten up, but I can let you have these. 500 credits for the 2 of them.
Yeah?
How big are they, though?
They're probably about, I'd say about 1.5 by 4.5.
So not wide enough.
So
Oh, the missiles are only short range, so they're about
Okay.
this big. So we'd probably get all 6 in those 2 cases.
Sure, yeah. 3 per.
They're not that big, but yeah, we need some random electronic
Sure.
components and stuff like that too, like wires, circuit boards, motors.
So while you guys are here, you guys hear overhead. You guys hear that Death's Head transport traveling back up northward.
That's a good sign.
We haven't been paged, so we haven't changed our radio, so they can scan our radio and talk to us again.
Mhm.
Say, come quietly, throw your weapons on the ground, kind of situation.
No, I mean, they just, the fact that they're
Totally
heading back,
suspicious
giving
about
us
this
a
sword
pass.
to just blast us into oblivion and keep going on their way.
If you're human, they don't give a shit about you.
As long
If
as
you
you're not
sh-
breaking their laws.
If you show weird shit,
Yeah.
like if you guys had a dragon sitting riding on top of your thing, they
You'd
would nuke
kill
the
it.
shit out of that and be like, okay, the rest of you human, just don't associate with that shit anymore. Keep going.
Yeah.
As long as we don't get caught in the blast.
Yeah. And they wouldn't care much anyways if you did.
Okay, as soon as we're loaded up with gear, those Pelican cases, if they're already taken off, just a few electronic components, circuit boards, motors, that kind of shit, just to throw in the box with it. Just to
Tools
try
of
and,
wire. random
just
junk,
to try and
cover it up.
something else that's in there, and then just button it down, throw it all back together. That octopod thing, we'll just throw it in the back, see if Frey can find some use for it, and then we're gonna start heading back.
Okay, so you guys start heading back.
We got to search in the night. I don't care. I just want someone on Overwatch with thermals.
Exactly.
Which would probably be
Ding.
Yeah.
Alright. Off we
Alright.
go into the wild blue yonder.
So you guys make it. You guys make it back down. So you guys are leaving middle of the night. Doesn't matter. Okay. So you guys leave in the middle of the night. You're on your tarantula
I'm on the chopper.
or the chopper. Sorry, not the tarantula. You forgot you guys didn't take that. You're driving.
I'm probably going to be flying actually
Flying?
because we're going to have to be
Oh,
searching.
sweet driving.
You get to drive again.
All right. You'll be working
Sensory.
radar and sensory. Okay. All right. So.
We gave you new missiles, just in case.
All right. So. You guys head back down there. On your way down.
Oh, side note, we don't have anything that actually shoot these big missiles, can we?
Not the short range.
Okay.
At this point, we don't even know how we can't even arm them. We don't have a proper launcher.
Okay, so go ahead and make your sensory equipment and your radio rolls. You don't need to make a roll because you're good. I'm going to get you to drop perception.
14.
Okay, 14% on radio or sensory. Okay.
And then
All right.
sensor,
17.
58.
17. Jeez, you guys are doing pretty good. For sensory, you don't see anything. For radio, you do hear what seems to be idle chatter.
What kind of idle chatter?
It seems to be. It's really odd because usually Coalition doesn't do idle chatter, but there is a little bit of Coalition idle chatter right now between. It looks like. It looks like unit SA 63 and SA 64 seem to be idly chattering while they're scouting an area,
Yeah.
and
Those are
that
those
seems
two
to be
sound
about it.
Whatever units.
So when
Yeah,
you
those
put in
two
the
sounds
actual
units.
words, like
Power units.
Basically, it sounds like they're kind of pissed about the assignment. What the fuck are we left down here in Bumpkinville for, pissing around with this shit?
Oh man.
They left 2 Samus units to scout the area. See if they
Yeah,
can find
hopefully
what's
that
been
won't
left
be
over.
interrogative on the way back. Like, that they're not going to stop us. They've already seen us.
Well, if we can, it depends if we can light them up with radar or with passive radar and see where they are. Maybe because they're Samus units are highly mobile.
Yeah.
So they just be
Cruising
They'll
around.
be high enough that they'll be easily visible to a radar unit for sure.
yeah, which means
Are
they
you
won't.
up in the
As
sky?
long as you're not targeting them, they won't care.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'd probably be airborne, or at least maybe not right when we leave the town, but
This is the radio. It's a little bit longer distance than you might think right now.
We
Like,
have
you guys,
military radio,
Yeah.
military grade radios too.
you
which
guys
really-
have some strong range.
but I'll kind of let
250
them know, keep
miles.
their eye, keep an eye open for them.
Where they are and where they're currently scouting. When we pick them up on radar,
As you guys start
Right
making
here.
it within about 15, 20 miles, you will start picking them up on your short range radar.
okay. So when we do that, what is the relative location or relative distance between that location and the cave?
what's the battle site for that matter?
Okay, so they're about. It seems like they're doing scouting flying missions. So they're 180 degrees of each other in a circular pattern. And it seems like they're scouting around the UA enforcers. And it looks like they're probably about, I'm going to say, a mile outside of them, keeping a good eye in.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
Well,
think. I don't think
probably
either
got a
anyone will
lot
know
further.
Saman's capabilities. So.
Yeah, he was fair ways away. As long as he stays to ground.
Yeah, he was about 5 miles away from that location specifically.
But now, so long as he don't light him up on radar, then I have an idea. While we're running through to the area, I want you to stop next to where the battle took place.
Yeah.
Like, don't be subtle about it.
Right.
Like, come to a grinding stop.
Gotcha.
Make it look like a breakdown.
Okay.
and then if the SAMUS units radio us, carry on, move out of the combat zone, we can pipe up. Well, vehicles down for maintenance. We hit something that took out one of our wheels. We got to fix it before we can carry on.
Yeah, or I could just kill the power mid-drive and just say we lost power mid-drive. I mean, that's the
Whatever
power.
you want to do.
Yeah,
Just, as I said,
that's
just
what I'll
don't
do.
just don't be subtle about it. Just kind of just kick it off or come to a grinding stop and make it look
Yeah,
like something's wrong.
That's what I'll do, and I'll kind of like shimmy the steering just a little bit, so as not to cause an obvious accident, but to look like I lost a bit of control and power left.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys are approaching the site, you guys catch over short range radio. Hello, incoming. What's your business in the area?
Headed back home towards
Toledo.
Toledo with supplies from town up the road.
Go on and mention
Fair
we
enough.
just
Proceed.
We've just run out of power.
Well, not yet, because we're coming up on it right now.
Oh yeah.
I want to see what these guys are going to do if we
Sure.
stop in the area. See if they're really like, no, you guys get the fuck out of here. We're going to blow you up. Or they,
You want to test those waters.
I want to see what happens.
That's a good game to play with my life.
And don't worry, my life's on the line for that one too.
Good juice, your life is always on the line.
Yeah.
My life is on a times. Is on
Yeah,
a clock.
5-year lifespan, several more year lifespan. I'm just saying, my life might.
I do
Alright.
more in 7 years than 5 years than you do in 20.
That's fair, but I'll live 40.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Geriatric old
Maybe.
fuck.
you guys,
Yeah.
you guys pull up on site, and yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say anyone can just kind of make it seem like something's quickly
So
wrong.
just kill the power
Just
from right in
Kill it.
Yeah,
Stop.
what does this
dropping.
button do? Click. Oh, that's what that does.
All right, and
ejection seat.
kill the power of the whole vehicle, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you're just cruising along and turn the
Also,
gear off.
cruise, a little bit of shimmy, so you can even tell on the tracks that they obviously lost
Keys out of the ignition. All right, so you do that. All of a sudden, the two,
When
you
he's
guys
flying?
you guys lose radar. Yeah.
Can I not wipe? I'll radio him and just say, "Hey, vehicle just lost power."
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do. Just say.
because they'll be
All right.
monitoring the
So
radio.
you turn accessory back on, whatever. Leave your basic power on. Oh, vehicle just died. Whatever. Go ahead and throw your best excuse.
Yeah, I'm just say we just lost power. Could be an electrical issue. Vehicle, we're investigating right now, and I'm just gonna try and because if they can monitor power signals, I'm just gonna kick the power, kick it off on just a few times, and then
I'll get out and start looking to see if I can.
make it look like you're opening the hood to check for
kind of thing.
Make the repairs quick. Whatever it is. This is a hot zone.
Yes, sir.
I'll radio back down and ask you if you want my help too, or if I should just continue on ahead.
Continue on ahead. You'll need to let them know why we're gonna be late.
Roger that.
Okay.
It's also giving me, because the road isn't obviously not like a direct route from one town to the
It's
Right.
gently meandering. It's
other.
I would call it reasonably as close as you can get to straight.
Alright.
Ish.
Well, for up until now, I probably would have been keeping pace just a little above the vehicle,
Okay.
Overwatch type of situation.
So
And then
you're
this time
putting it ahead.
I'm gonna keep going ahead and veer kind of off the road a little bit, and not so that it looks like I'm deliberately trying to turn away from the town, but see if I can angle myself a little closer to the direction where we think the Chrome Boy disappeared in.
Okay. So when you guys are here, Chrome Boy's straight off right and a little bit back. So he's going to be a little north of this area. You guys are heading south right now.
Well, at this point, we may have to clear the zone because they're just going to keep looking and looking and looking. They've been ordered to
Especially while
secure-
we're around.
Well, they've been ordered to secure the place.
Right.
So they're probably checking. They're probably holding the place so their salvage units can come in and actually take the bots.
Potentially holding place for salvage. Potentially a number of different options that could be happening for them to be sitting here watching. Who knows? They could be watching a number of things. You guys didn't hear anything other than the basic idle chatter before.
Yeah.
You weren't in close enough range to hear their mission or anything like that.
Well, the downside of this, we don't have the right equipment to actually take them on. and actually even win.
Right.
Because they'll probably just pick us apart because they can do like a couple 100 miles an hour.
Right. So they just zip in, pow pow. Zip
Yeah,
in.
well, those rail guns aren't anything to scoff at.
For sure.
They're solid. I mean, and the crazy thing is, SAMAS is one of the few vehicles that can keep moving at pretty much full speed and fire with no wildfire penalties.
Yeah, they can do like 300 miles an hour and still hit you, no problem.
And still be shooting.
So yeah, I just wanted to test the waters. So
It's okay.
give it a few moments and then just pick it back up and carry on.
Let's do that. We'll just feign working on the vehicle. Be like, I think it's the oil, holding the jumper cables at the tire.
Well, at least they don't have that kind of visual.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You can't
after
see.
about 4 minutes, it seems like they get a little bit edgy. Hey, come on, pick it up here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, we think we found the problem.
All right, move along.
And I radio ahead to him. I'm like, it's that damn battery you were supposed to fix. And then,
No, we'll use the scapegoat. I see how it is.
yeah.
So much for that nice beer is gonna have waiting for you when you get back.
Keep the radio quiet, guys. This is an important CS communication zone at the moment.
Sorry, sir. Loading up and fucking out.
All right. They don't seem to pay too much attention to you guys directly. They just pay attention to the fact that you're there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be. Get the fuck out of here.
Are we looking at like nighttime darkness yet?
It's getting to be nighttime and darkness.
Can you tell me pinpoint accuracy where that location is? That cave?
Caves?
Yeah. Like, can I
Actually,
look
I've
at?
got a good idea for this one,
Okay.
but I need to go back for my armor
Okay.
because I have a radar scrambler on the armor.
Okay. Well, she can also scramble too.
Yeah, but she can scramble radio.
Yes.
I can actually spoof radar.
I also have Cloak of Darkness and Shadow Melt, so I could creep right across into the right light circumstances, and they would.
Well, if we're in full dark, because what I'm thinking is if they're only a mile up,
Yep.
we could look at potentially finding a nice spot to hold up. I can put I can use the radar jammer,
Yep.
so they can't detect me, and then just start sharpshooting them. Tag a wing, force them to land.
Yep.
And then once they're on the ground, they're way less mobile.
The only thing is there's still no radio communication with.
They have short range. They don't have super long range.
They haven't left to Samus. I have no way to touch base with like.
At this point, they'd have one of them would have like a long range communication on it. So if
That's
they
the
had
guy
an
that's
antenna,
That's the guy that's got to clip first.
But I can scramble that too.
if she can
Hopefully.
scramble radio communications,
Yeah.
The dice are nice.
Yeah.
If
That's
Nice.
a 99.
Nice.
Oh. The entire coalition force marches back on us.
don't worry, they wouldn't need an entire. They wouldn't even need a death set. It would
Right.
just be like,
those two Samus suits could actually wipe the floor with us pretty good, just because of how fast they can move.
You want to clip their wings? Juicer. Yeah. I don't see a problem with it. We're up there.
well, they've actually got the standard communication system of all CS. So
Oh, they actually have the long range.
they have the standard. So
Both
it's
units.
definitely both units will have. You'll notice an antenna on the back.
Yeah.
Which will mean they will have long range communications. So you'd have to take those out fast or jam the radio communications. Take those out while the radio communication is jammed.
Mhm.
Then you would be free to nuke these guys however you wanted.
Is there?
But you're talking, how long is it going to take for you guys to take out the radio communications while they still get to strafe the shit out of it?
Now maybe
Well,
they get. Maybe they
that's-
can strafe us.
That's if that that's if that radar jammer doesn't work.
Is a Samus suit susceptible to a like EMP or electrical attack or anything like that?
Most stuff like that can affect the bot. I believe Samus have a reinforced pilot compartment though.
They will have a reinforced pilot's compartment, but their sensor system will still have to be exposed. Because that's the only way the sensor system can actually make hide nor hair of finding anything using its radar submitting signal. So if you nuke the sensor array and then nuke its actual, like, nuke the radar,
Yeah.
or sorry, its radio communication, and then nuke its sensor array, it'll be blind.
Okay.
Effectively.
So, but radio jamming works for what range? The range of the radio?
Effectively, it works for that radio. If you're jamming its signal, whatever signal range you're doing. So if it's trying to communicate long range and you're jamming long range, that's jammed.
Okay. Because those, I think if we could jam long range,
This should be interesting. Two
I mean, if you can jam its radar, you could also get the help of a little buddy inside of a cave who could probably take out one of those things if it's flying blind.
well, and that's one of the other things. The only difference is the rifle that I have only has a range of 4,000 feet. So it still gives me less than a mile. So we still have to lure them to something. So
Is it
that's
obvious to them if their long range communications are jammed?
yes.
What about a second breakdown?
If anyone was trying to send signals to them, they would absolutely know, and they would probably have a signal in every X period of time saying, reconfirm, blah blah blah.
There'd be normal check-ins.
Yeah.
So if we use the Chrome Boy as bait while they're
They'll
long
announce him
range-
as soon as they see him.
Hmm?
They'll announce him as soon as they see him.
Yeah, so if we jam their long range,
Then I can't announce it.
and they can't announce them, we can use them as bait to draw them in. But the thing is, you'd have to get him in a position that would get them into a position that would make things more difficult.
So yeah, the long-range military field radios that we have a radio range of 300 miles. So that could effectively jam them.
They could jam
No
them
problem.
100%.
They have more than enough range to do that.
Okay.
And with basic equipment, you can jam. So you guys have long range on you. You can jam long range right
Yeah.
now.
The problem is once they start coming in, it's going to be all hell breaking loose kind of
We
situation.
can
we have
lure,
to
what if
deal
we
with
could
it
lure
right
them
away.
into the cave system after the Chrome Boy?
That's actually not a bad idea.
That is not a bad idea.
That automatically clips wings.
It does unless they decide to target that cave entrance and seal it up, or
The only thing is
No,
Sam
I
has
think
got
they're
missiles.
no, they don't. They just have the railgun. Their
So-
mobility is their key.
okay.
The biggest thing is if we could jam their radio communications for long range,
Yeah.
communicate with them over a short range, or is it everything inside that long range is jammed?
Everything inside that long range.
Anything that's using that long range radio. So it's if you're jamming ABC band, their
Yeah.
XYZ is still clean.
Okay, so then
So
Because
if
you're not
that's-
jamming the XYZ.
So if that's the case, then we could monitor their long range,
Yeah.
find out what configuration they're getting there,
Yeah.
jam that, and then communicate with them over a short range or medium range. Say, hey, we just got a radar
radar ping off of this
off of
cave
something way over here, nowhere near the road.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys might want to check it out. Maybe it's the one guy you're looking for. And then they'll try to check in. And then they'll probably be peeved because they got this shitty fucking job to do. And then just go check it out themselves.
even though they can't communicate with home base. I think they'll realize they're being
They're still
jammed at that
human.
point. Yeah. But if I realized I was being jammed and I suddenly got the word over the radio to go check this thing out.
My only concern is I don't want them communicating to the Death Head.
Right.
Because
Yes.
that Death Head coming in spells disaster for everybody.
Right.
If those two Samus suits disappear, that's another story.
Right.
That's them disappearing all of a sudden, and then
Then it
nobody
would still
knows what
take
happened,
time for the Death's Head to come back in
which could give us more than enough time to kill those two Samuses,
and get our Chromium buddy out.
get them out, even salvage whatever we can off what's left of the wrecks. Because it probably gives us a couple of hours to do what we want to do.
Let's do it.
So at this point, yeah,
Jam them.
So
So you're gonna try and jam the long
I
range?
think we should try and get in touch with Chrome Boy first and get
Oh
him
no,
in
we're
on-
this is he's under radio silence right now. As soon as we communicate with him, we basically blow our cover.
Yeah, and we may not actually be able to communicate with him. He's in a cave network right now. We don't know how deep he is,
Yeah, he may not be able to hear us. He might just be keeping quiet.
which would be smart.
If he can hear us,
If he even
he's
even
probably
heard a
hanging his
peep,
head going.
yeah, and if he even heard a peep of that death's head rip over his head, he would have been staying buried.
Oh,
for a
yeah.
while for sure.
Yeah. I think it made short work of him and everyone around
Yeah.
him.
If any,
Okay,
if
so
he
you're gonna try and jam.
So yeah, you're using the big field radio.
Should we try and monitor the communications for a little bit first and find out when their
Well, she's
next
gonna-
expected check-in is?
Okay, so the first checkup is you guys monitoring their long range
Yeah.
communications.
Yeah.
We want to see what's going on first.
Well, I
If
already
my-
know that. Do I?
My
like,
understanding of
regulars.
it is
You're gonna have to try and tune in on
It's-
them.
not going to be obvious to them that the long range is jammed unless somebody's trying to communicate with them over that channel and they get a garbled incoming message. They'll be able to tell that their outgoing messages
What's your
aren't being received. Right?
Yeah.
It's 14.
Oh, so no bonuses on that. So you're trying to hone in on their communication, on their signal, and you're having a hard time honing in on exactly which frequency they're running. Does anyone else have? Yeah, you have radio basic. Go for it.
I think I would see it.
I think we all do.
10.
Nice.
You easily you figure it out. You kind of relay.
Actually, no, that's not even 10.
So are you guys are still rolling though, eh?
We're
Are you
I'd
guys
say we
are you
could
guys
go and
stopped?
No, just like slowly rolling.
slowly
Yeah.
rolling. Yeah.
Don't want to wear that battery out.
All right.
Yeah.
So
And I'll actually, oh no, we're getting on with jamming.
how long are you maintaining, or how long are you listening in before you guys try the jam?
Probably about 5-10 minutes.
You guys don't hear any callbacks in the 5 to 10.
We should wait until we hear that first one. Then we know it's going to be a space before the next call.
We can spoof another breakdown now that we're away from the immediate hot zone.
Yeah, they probably don't give two shits now.
Yeah,
We're probably a couple miles away.
yeah, sure.
Kind of lifted a little bit away from the hot zone. Now we're actually stopping to make repairs.
Okay.
So I'll pull over to the side and flip the hood up.
Within about a minute, you guys hear some communication over the long range. You hear what seems to be a call in. They give you their call signs, the DH6503
Nice.
and the SA60, the SA64 and the SA65.
I record that.
What's that?
I record that.
Okay.
Record their end on that. Because I'm assuming if we're jamming,
We could play it back.
we could probably play it back and, I don't know, spoof for even a couple of check-ins.
For sure.
Okay. All right. So you guys, you record that. You've got that done. So you guys have that recorded. You guys are sitting there.
Time to jam them.
Do it now.
We've got at least 15 minutes to make this work, right?
Hey.
Well,
Nice.
Well, so bang, she has jammed them for.
Okay.
She's jammed them for a period of time.
Raspberry.
And I pull medium communications, medium communicator, which is, I think it's like a 30 or 40 or 50 mile range or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And radio basic. Get a hold of the guys.
Okay. So you can
Nice.
21.
you can just call them up. Hey, what'd you guys stop for again?
It still broke down. Apparently, whatever we did didn't actually fix it.
However, you did just get that. You just
Yeah.
had a ping.
Before our power went down, we got a ping though from something way off the road.
What kind of ping?
Solid ping, something probably a little bigger than human shape. Metallic though.
Looks to be about 9-10 feet.
Really? Give me the coordinates.
I rattle off the coordinates to something
Far
fairly
south. Yeah.
Yeah, probably about 20. Probably about a mile or two further south than where our last check-in was with the buddy.
Okay, so
So he-
towards him-ish, but south of where he is.
Not in the blazing opposite direction of him.
No, I want them to be somewhere close because we're gonna.
We'll get him out and he can take a shot at one of these guys.
Well, if we can lure them in, even if he can get detected on their radar.
Yeah.
And then go further back in.
Right.
Because if they go in, and he tries to fight with them, then we can come in from behind and catch him from behind too.
Right. Hopefully before they do him any more damage. He wasn't in such a
No,
great shape.
he's still pretty tough. Those things aren't exactly designed for a knockdown, drag-out fight.
Gotcha.
All right. So, how
My
are you guys
understanding
getting
of
word to him?
Samus is that they're more like agile skirmisher than brawlers.
Well, I'm assuming I'm not.
High-speed assault, essentially.
I'm assuming because I am not in armor, I'm not a sensor ping.
You shouldn't be correct.
I'm just gonna leg it.
Okay.
Yeah, the only one who could. Yeah.
Your cloaking will guarantee you are invisible to all radar.
Even with
Everything,
my
sonar, thermal, you are invisible to anything technological trying to look at you.
even
There-
if I'm wearing like a shield and whatnot.
Even if you're in a hospital and they're trying to find your friggin' pulse, they can't find shit.
Now, for me with my shields, if I shut off my jetpack, turn off the shield, would that also make me non-contact on
You've
radar?
got bionics, so that will give you at least a small sensor.
Yeah, essentially you'll show up as something, but
Mhm.
tiny.
And what about our Cosmo Knight?
Your Cosmo Knight has a natural armor that's grafted to his body from when he was a Cosmo Knight, so he will show up.
So at this point, I'd say you stay here. I'm gonna trade you guns though.
Okay.
Because the internal
The
battery.
JA-12?
Yeah, because the internal battery on my JA-12 is dead.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take
Don't want to
yours.
expend this.
What's
Yeah,
the range on our missiles anyway? It's
1 mile.
that's all right.
This the radio jamming stuff. Is that portable?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's a
Okay, so I can
backpack.
take it with. Okay. So I can go with two.
Actually, I'll probably be wearing it because you need to be able to work the knobs on the back.
So she's piggybacking on you.
Yep, that's okay.
Detune Tokyo, detune Tokyo.
Well, she better hang on tight. Because I can run at 85 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, I can't.
I can run at 60.
There you go.
Yeah, well, you're partial bionic, aren't you?
And alien.
All right, so you begin booking it. Are you going with?
Well, yes.
I'm basically carrying her.
Okay.
That's the only way she's going to keep up.
All right, so
These guys
You
can go
guys
to the
run?
range of our missiles though once we actually engage.
We're not trying to use the missiles because as soon as we use the missiles, that tells them that
Signature.
we fired them.
Right.
We don't want to be implemented in any of this.
Okay.
Because as soon as we are very screwed.
the less anyone knows about your existence, the better.
Okay.
We're the guys that can't keep up with APC running.
Or on its wheels.
A special dispensation.
Yeah.
So you boot it. You guys end up making it. The Samasses make it well below that, or well like 1 mile south. Are you sure? You sure about the area?
We only caught a glimpse of it before the power shut down. But it was off the road about this location.
It was 2 quick blips and then it was gone.
So they kind of come over. They scour the area as quick as they can. By the time you make it over to the cave, you can tell that they're actually kind of sailing back off to.
That's fine. We're gonna go into the cave, and we're gonna go into the cave, and we're gonna get the
Holding
Mr.
up our
Shite.
hands like this so
Yeah.
he doesn't vaporize us.
we're just holding a gun like
Yeah.
this, and talk to him and say, "I need you to be seen for a moment. We're currently jamming the radio."
What the fuck are you nuts?
Yes, but that's besides the point.
Do you want to stay
Absolutely.
in here for like? Do you want to stay in here long term?
We're jamming the long range right now. If we take them out before the next check-in, this is their window to get you out of here because they're waiting for something to come back. And I don't know about you, but you probably heard that Death's Head coming by earlier, and that spells bad news for everybody.
So what the fuck is your plan?
I want you to be seen. they not being able to check in. They're really peeved right now from their normal communications that they're stuck in podunk nowhere. So I want them to get antsy and come looking for you, knowing your last known position. They come into the cave. We catch them from behind.
And between you and the cave and us.
between you and the cave and us behind them, we should be able to take them out before they can say anything.
So what's all stationed here?
Just those two. Everything else seems to be further up north. Don't know what's coming down yet. Our radar's not picking anything up.
No skelebats.
Nothing. Looks like they took everything. There was just a quick look over to see if there was anything left alive, and they went back. Looks like the Death's Head and the two Sky Cycles went, but the two Samuses were left behind. You look like you're not damaged enough that a couple of railgun rounds are gonna finish you off.
No, she's got some fight in her still, but I definitely don't like fighting with her this damaged.
Well, we'll
May
try
not be a
it.
choice if you want to get out of this cave.
Either you leave it here and go on foot, or you take it with you.
In which case, we can take you now, bury the armor, and come back when the heat's blown off this place in a week.
If not longer,
Right.
because we'd have to bury the cave.
Fuck, I don't like being out here anymore. Any more than anything. And I got no fucking supplies.
Hands of jerky.
Yeah, thanks.
We
Fuck,
got
we'll
some
give
dino
this.
steaks waiting for us
Yeah.
back home if you want to partake.
Yeah.
I guess we'll give this shit a shot.
It's just crazy enough.
Two, actually. 2 shots.
One for each of them.
Although lining them up in a cave and using my sword or anything
Well,
else.
my goal is for us to cover it because I'm not metallic in any way.
Right.
And one to land in or go in, and one to be stationed outside.
Yeah.
And if I can pelt them with a couple of good hard pulses, that Samus armor is not that tough.
Right.
I can cripple it pretty fast.
Well, he's like, it's tougher than you think. I've seen a Samas take 4 shots from a rail.
Yeah, but where are you hitting it?
Wow.
Right up the ass. That's where we aim for everything.
It's like, well, you hit those rear jets, he'll definitely lose mobility.
If you hit a wing, he also can't fly.
Yeah. Take out the head, fucker's dead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, if you're willing.
Just need you to peek out there just enough that they can catch you on radar.
And we're like, fuck the coalition. Let's
and
do
then
this.
and then they'll be on you like white on rice.
We'll happily support the Better Business Bureau anytime.
Oh, fuck. Come on, let's be honest. No one wants to support the Better Business Bureau.
So,
How if I can avoid
you
it?
mean that defunct historical location from the early 90s? Like, yeah.
Fuck. You know what? He kind of looks a little bit panicked right now. He knows he's in between a rock and a hard place, specifically the one rock on his side and the hard place of the rock on the other side.
Yeah.
And
Don't make me cast charismatic aura.
It's either that or
Fuck.
you get to learn how to shit in a cave like a bear.
yeah, and eat nothing but fucking air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got
All right.
provisions for a couple of days. Unless he's already been out for like a week.
I left everything in the friggin' bots.
Oh. Well, I don't think you'll ever make that mistake again.
Yeah.
No, my storage compartment's gonna be filled with jerky and supplies from
Just
now
so you
on.
guys know, before we go engaging in combat, it is 18 after 10.
You know what? There is a possibility that we could probably nuke this combat off fast if rolls go right.
Yeah.
If rolls don't go right,
We could all die in very short order.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Keep going, for sure.
all right. Okay, so
So I'm gonna station myself outside,
all right.
probably about 300 feet, 300 or 400 feet from the cave entrance, in like some deep shrubs with some rock coverage.
Somewhere
Okay.
over there.
Yeah, outside in the bush.
Yeah, she's gonna be in the bush next to the field radio.
I'm
You
good
need
with
that
this.
thing to remain jamming.
Position myself a little closer to the cave, actually.
If I'm an intangible
And-
with the
and still
machine,
hovering?
can I still?
It'll actually still function. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's still going to be emitting radio waves. It's still going to be doing everything. So technically, I would say if you're jamming radio signal, the both of you could be intangible and be fine. Any energy weapons come by, it's still doing damage to you.
But it's only half damage, right?
Well, it depends if she's in a
I'm
rock.
having it. It's true.
So you can just kind of sit in a boulder and just
Yeah.
be jamming radio waves from there.
Inside a boulder.
The fun part about being able to pass through objects, you can hang out with them too.
Oh, now passing through the earth.
I can also like dip into the earth.
Yeah, you can go as far
Up
as
to
just
here?
leaving your eyes.
That'd be a
basically.
weird feeling.
All right, so
You're
you're
very-
actually
you're
you're gonna
completely buried
be
yourself.
playing
Yeah.
with the device and just kind of underground.
You know, yeah, I think that's probably the safest place to be.
Okay, the fuck out of combat.
Yeah.
All right,
Make sure that it stays jammed. Or-
that is the smartest thing ever in Rifts. I'm gonna stay the fuck out of combat. Fighting? No, I'm gonna stay out of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not very tough.
Yeah, you be squishy.
Yeah.
Unless it's SDC, and then she's actually pretty scary. Her automatic dodge is pretty good. And
Is there anywhere nearby that I can? So how far am I located? Like with the
how
vehicle?
far? Oh,
'Cause
4
I gotta
miles
get there
off.
too.
4 miles off. Go.
Unless
You're
you
a
guys
fair
can
ways
handle
away.
it by
Actually,
yourself.
I think at this point, I'd stay on the weapons emplacement just in case.
Oh, in case one of them gets away, that way you can fire from.
Fire mini missiles off and try and take them out with them.
If
But
only
there-
I
how
knew
far
how
is
to
the range
use
on those
mini
minis?
missiles.
Mile.
So you guys are about 4 miles from location right now.
But we're not gonna be able to get any closer. At this point, we're a crapshoot. Hopefully, they'll run back to the defensive point where that is. So as long as you can get back to within a mile of that, then I think at least there's a possibility of being able
So
to strike at
you
them.
guys were about 2 miles away from the the devastation site.
But do I need to know APC weapon systems?
To stand on the back of the to weapon systems, he would need to know to do
Long
mini
range
missiles.
mini missiles.
Yeah.
So do you have weapon systems?
No, I think I'm the only one that does.
Lynette does as well.
Oh, okay.
But so if anything, she could be on the weapon systems. If you guys move the APC back close enough, she could even potentially launch them too if they get close.
That's true. And those plasmas will do good work against them.
So what do we do now? Like
So you guys have
radio on short
I'm gonna
range
say you guys
system?
have 10 minutes to prep right now, or however many minutes to prep while you guys plan this crap real fast. Get everyone in the position that you need them in.
These things are too big for my immobilization to work.
Samus?
Yeah.
How
So
big
it's
this?
limited to 200 pounds per level.
Yeah, for right now they are too big for your immobilization.
But I do have force fields.
Yeah.
I could just-
Actually, you could.
I could just cocoon one of them in like a
Yeah, you can just
1,000
hold it.
MDC bubble, and you can't do fuck all. And you just
He could
focus
just
on one of them.
basically stand there and shoot at it. That's all he'd be able to do.
Yeah, while he's surrounded, and then he can drop the force field, and we can just basically wrench him to the ground and rip his head off.
That was illustrative.
You'll have to be real close to him to drop that force field.
You
on
just
top.
be right inside the. You
Yeah.
can just be just inside the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
They basically drop in. Oh look, dunk, first one's covered, and then you basically just put the force field between him.
Can I cast
And the other
Shadow
guy.
Meld on him?
Shadow Meld. Let's see.
I'm not sure if that's limited to self or not. It's a level 4.
Because I only used 100 MDC with the Raptor.
Self
So I have
only.
1,900 MDC worth of shields left.
You'll have by now. You'll actually have recouped that. You'll have
Oh.
2,000.
Okay.
Or even if they both go in there. You could basically just create a cocoon around them,
Yeah.
basically an airlock. airlock them into the mouth of the cave, and they can't do anything.
Yeah, because they'd be sealed on both sides of the cave itself.
So you're just sealing them in there with the glitter boy.
On one side.
No. Seal them in completely. And they can't go anywhere. And then once the force field drops, the glitter boy pounds the one, I pound the
Yeah, there
other.
we go.
So you guys are basically you're getting them both in.
If we can get them both in.
Yeah, if you can
If
get
one,
them both
only
in.
one goes in, then we cocoon the one and then shoot the other.
So you cocoon the one in the cave for them.
Nope.
Okay.
The one outside the cave.
Well, I have to be
Okay.
close enough to pull it off because
How close do you gotta be though?
About I think 60 feet is what we said.
I believe so.
Stick your head out. Okay, hey, you guys want to buy some Girl Guide cookies? It's like, then duck back in the cave. Let's just go for it. What the fuck's a Girl Guide?
So create force field.
Fodder. Yeet.
Shriners.
Shriners, yeah.
40 foot per level of experience. So that's a pretty short range. You've got to be pretty much kissing distance of this asshole.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking is if one goes into the cave, I can bubble that one with enough MDC to keep him there indefinitely. Because if I spend like even 1500 MDC, I think is enough to keep them there long enough for us to finish off the one that's outside. Because the glitter boy can come out, help us get rid of that guy,
Even if you
and
just
then we can deal
walled
with
it,
that guy.
Even if
at
you just
leisure.
walled it so he was trapped in there with him. Because him toe to toe where the Samus can't move, he's not going to stand a chance.
Oh yeah, that glitter boy's going to take 3-4 shots, and that Samass is going to be, even if he just shoots the main body, the Samass will be fucking shredded.
You know, ideally, what's the Samus worth if we can just pop the head on these things and get the suits too?
Samass is worth about 4th degree burns.
That's some hot merchandise.
Yeah. Well, especially Coalition Samus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Northern
the
Gun
closest
Samus, well, 400 or 500 grand.
Coalition doesn't even like the fact that there's a company called Wild Weasel that makes another Samass knockoff that looks identical, it's just brown in color.
Yeah.
It's they hate the fact of someone else having a Samass unit.
But if we sold it to the triple Bs, they'd probably give us a good chunk of change.
Not to mention, we just helped out one of their own.
Yeah, because they're full on already in a shooting war with them.
Yeah, they'd love a couple
So
of
something
pieces of gear.
high mobility, yeah, they'd like that.
So let's avoid clipping the wings and try and preserve as much of these things as possible.
Okay. Chainsaw time.
Alright. So, if they both go into the cave,
20.
Give us,
Roll off-
yeah,
roll
no,
off the cave.
Nice.
if that's the case, I'm gonna hang out in the cave with the glitter boy
Oh, are you gonna?
and chainsaw.
Oh man, you're gonna have a headache in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, when the reverb in that
When
tunnel
that boom
goes
gun
off.
goes off.
That's okay. I heal. Remember,
Yeah.
I know, but it's
Boom.
the minus
Blood.
minus
That's
10 to
fine.
strike, parry, and dodge for being deafened and concussed.
but I want to cut the head off of Samus.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, this is juicer thought. Go for it.
Hey, he might not even have to expend any rounds. I might be able to get in there close range with both of them because their power arm is designed on mobility.
That'd be cool if you
They just
form that
all they
bubble
would do is
and then
pull out the
shrink
vibro
the
sword and
bubble.
they just try and fight in there, but that's about all they'd be able to do.
Form a
Yeah,
nice
but
ball of
they can't
scrap.
dodge. They have no ability to move.
The maneuverability is shot.
And
That's if you can get both in there. If only one goes in, you and the glitter boy versus the Samass will be short work. But the other
Still get
the other
one
two
out there.
outside.
okay, then I'll stay outside and see if I can force the other one inside.
I could always radio right now and just say, hey, that ping we found south, it just appeared again suddenly north and flipped off the map.
Well, I'm trying to get Buddy to come out to the mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
So the Samus's radar will pick him up.
Yeah, so if we do that,
Okay.
we can. I'm thinking if we lure one in, I can just force field that one guy, let him stew there, and have Glitter Boy come out and deal with the one guy who's going to be giving us a headache
Like,
outside.
If you plug that guy in the cave, glitter boy's gonna be stuck in there too.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying if I bubble
Oh, he
the
wants
guy.
to surround him.
Yeah, just bubble
okay.
the guy that goes in the cave. let him stew there until we can deal with him. Focus on the guy outside because we're gonna want Glitter Boy's guns on the one outside to take it down as soon as possible.
But getting him past on the outside
Yeah,
of
no,
that
we
cave.
need him to stay in the cave.
So make this a Glitter Boy.
Because getting him beside someone who is trapped inside of a bubble, you have to make this bubble big enough to trap the Samass. But still, if you're trying to make it big enough for a Glitter Boy to get around, it's going to be a tough go.
I think the best bet is just to wall the one off that doesn't go in. Allow the other one to deal. I can go in behind him and see if I can catch him while he's trying to search. Because I can prowl. And I can prowl up right behind him and chainsaw him in the back of the head.
Yeah, and you can actually drop that shield once we've got a good position around that other Samass, and then we can go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and basically be surrounded. He could be trying to radio out, but he's jammed.
Right.
And then basically drop it, clip his wings, and then
Let's do it.
rip the head off.
Okay, let's do it.
Or see if he'll just give it up peaceably, and then say you can run, and then shoot him when he's 10 feet away.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that works too.
Get them both locked into position. They can't refuse, and just say, "Hey, you guys got to get out of your seats and beat it right now. Hightail, we give you a chance to live. Otherwise, we'll just."
Well, I think we'd have to kill the one first.
Yeah, but the second guy.
Yeah, the second guy will
Just come out
give him
holding the
option.
head of the first guy. Say, "Can you negotiate?"
All right, so you guys are trying to draw them towards the cave. They're going to see the ping at the cave. Maybe. Absolutely sees the ping at the cave as the Glitter Boy comes out. What's your instructions, Glitter Boy?
Wait for a count of 5 and then go back in. Go as far back into that cave as you can fit.
Okay.
Hey, can I radio these guys and say, "Hey, I just picked up a ping. Just want to make sure
If you
got-"
want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, "Hey, we just picked up a ping, similar signature to what we saw down south. It just blipped up north." Like I give them just a rough go where it picked up. Just want to make sure you boys picked that up too.
Oh, thanks very much. We just noticed the same thing. That is 2-point confirmation. SA-64 out. What's your call sign so we can confirm?
Yeah.
So we can confirm with you later.
Oh, that's broke down.
All right, breakdown. Man, you guys.
No imagination.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thanks for the info, bro. Breakdown.
Tomorrow's call sign at
What's
Food
that,
Bar
bro?
won't catch you much by surprise either.
Sorry, was that broke back?
Brokeback Mounting. Yeah.
All right. So the two both zoom off.
Yeah.
Towards the cave. Who is standing at the cave?
Did we ever find out if you could disguise me with your shadowy magics?
No shadow meld.
Okay.
Self only.
I'm in the bush, kind of like
Sunk in.
sunk
Yeah.
in, so right? Yeah.
And I'm across the way, probably about 100 feet.
I say I'm probably by the mouth of the cave.
Is there
Like,
any
close
way-
enough that I can seal off the mouth, but I'm not. Don't want to actually be in there when the Glitter Boy's gun goes off.
What do you think the chances of me being able to close and lock the APC and get to that location
Not
shortly
quickly.
after there?
Not quickly.
How fast is
You got a
your
4,000.
shadow
Oh yeah,
step?
your 4,000 foot range isn't gonna do you any good there.
Yeah, I don't know what I move as with Cloak of Darkness either, but I don't know if my movement's improved, but it really turns me into this shadowy mass of darkness. And
I think Shadow Meld allows you to jump in and out of shadows, so I'd say you would definitely move quicker. I would say 2 melees and you'd be in combat.
okay, that's what I wanted to know is how quickly I can get into combat
So
and still be within access of the APC. Nothing's going to touch that APC.
Well, you can
close
lock
and
it down,
up.
yeah.
So it'll be 2 initiative ranges and you're in.
Okay, then that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Give them a chance to get over and get their distance. I don't want to think that I'm just running right up behind them, but
All right. So they chatter amongst each other. Follow proper protocol. X1.
Yeah. I'm
One.
doing prowl.
Okay. One drops down and begins
there we
for
go.
Yeah.
killer. and begins walking into the cave. The other one does not enter. He seems to be taking a small circling route around the area. Picking up light signature. Can't confirm. Going to thermals. So the one that's outside seems to be trying to chatter to the one inside the cave right now, picking up light signatures on the outside, switching to thermal.
Okay, I'm going. How far away? You said short circuit.
He's doing a short circuit, so probably about 200-300 feet around, and he's circling the cave entrance area.
Okay. Rifle.
Okay, so you're gonna drop the surprise on him right
The minute
now.
we're going loud, I'm throwing that bubble across
So,
the cave.
You declared, so you will have technically first initiative. So
Okay.
Chuck has top of the round.
Woohoo!
So
Oh, here we go.
because of prowl and surprise, he gets to automatically go.
Okay.
Then it's initiative for everyone.
Okay.
And at this point,
Better, so wing better.
do I get to use the pulse for call shots? I don't think so.
So
One,
so
two,
s-
pulse. I don't get that. Okay, call shot.
so call shot 2.
Okay.
Okay. So
Using
you're gonna
pulse.
need to do. Oh, you're shooting.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
He's
shooting
300
the one.
feet in the air. I don't jump
Oh,
that
sorry, I
high.
thought you were going after the one in the cave. Okay,
Nope,
no.
I want the one on Overwatch down first because if we take him out, he's gonna run.
All right, so
Here
go
we
ahead
go.
and take the shot.
All right, don't let me down. Don't go in prison. Well, that's not exactly great.
Help yourself. Place that.
So that's
Well, you got
9.
bonuses, right?
Yes, I do get bonuses. 9 plus. Where's my strike? 6, 15 minus for call shot.
You don't get your physical prowess or anything like that on the gunshot.
No.
Okay,
It's
so
only
physical.
gunshot. It's only your strike aim bonus. So you've got your J12 or
Yeah.
J So you'll get your +1
My J12.
plus that one.
Yeah,
Your
it is J12.
your bonuses are essentially negated. You would need an 11 or better, and you have a -1. Or no, sorry, you have a +1 only. So it is a miss. You hit the main body.
Okay.
So how much damage?
We have.
Oh yeah.
So that's 50 points of MDC.
50 to the body on this thing. Blam! And he is. So everyone else can roll initiative.
Oops.
15, 16.
Okay.
Shit, that's terrible.
What are you on?
3.
Okay, Thrail was not ready for this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh damn it, they started lighting things up. Shadow meld. I'm gonna
Yeah.
run. I'm running. Okay.
7.
7. Creed's kind of wasn't prepped for it super much. SA 64.
Oh,
We'll just say that the
black
juicy
box
jump the
of
gun,
chocolate
as usual.
somewhere.
SA 64 is also surprised. And he uses his first action. So
That's helpful.
So Misty gets to go next. You're still jamming signals?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna maintain jamming that signal. Then next up is Creed.
I'm gonna throw 1,000 SDC force field across the mouth of the cave.
1000 MDC.
MDC,
Oh,
yes.
Boom.
Jeez.
So now he's blocked off.
He is blocked off, and it is.
Now that's an
Wow.
invisible shield, or does it glow and shimmer?
It's got a light blue
Very,
shimmer.
very faint light blue shimmer. Like, if you're not, I'd say it'd be like if you're not looking for it, you could walk into it like you would a sliding glass door or something.
All right, so
It's noticeable, but not in your face by any means.
Because panic.
so that is 2 actions for Creed. You took 2 actions because you did a called shot, or it was a called aim shot, wasn't it?
It was a call shot.
Okay, so just 2.
I can't aim shot with.
Oh, right, with a pulse.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so technically it's a -3 on your shot then. So either way you'd have missed.
It's
so that's
still
how we
the
go.
same thing.
Still a hit, still a nominal hit, but okay. So then Thrail, you are booking it through So this is round 1 of you running.
Yeah, I have no choice but to just keep running.
Okay, you are maintaining that. We are at Glitter Boy. Glitter Boy's initiative is 3 because he sucks. Which is on the same initiative as Thrail. He is going to take a shot. He's not bothering to call shot. He pounds this thing in the chest with a boom gun. All of you guys hear it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
resounds through the ground. The ruling on that, it is not open air. I don't know that force field is going to deaden sound that much. It'll deaden some
reverberate.
sound.
It'll reverberate through the rock.
Oh yeah. Holy fuck!
You just
Hun-
reverse it.
150. That's the Glitter Boy boom gun.
Jeez Louise.
They hit like a fucking tank. I mean,
You hit
legitimately.
like a freight train.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
forget to preserve the armor. Never mind.
Technically, it could have survived.
It can be spare parts.
If you guys keep hitting the head on the other one, you guys could take the head off of that one
Yeah, put it on
and
that.
potentially have something of maybe value. Now, if I remember correct, what does the Glitter Boy do to eardrums?
All the bad
things.
things.
I'm gonna treat it as if. Okay.
That's well timed.
Okay.
Distant gunfire.
Yeah.
You guys are in non-environmental. Okay. No one has sound or ear protection. Everyone is now -8 on initiative.
Well, you guys are. I'm not even there yet.
Yeah. And -3 to parry and dodge.
Yikes.
Wait, and that's everything in within what?
Everything within, if I remember correct, it's a couple hundred feet.
I'm 300 feet away. I did say I was 300 feet from the mouth of the cave.
Well, that's right.
How far was it?
Like whatever distance it is, I am 20
Oh,
feet
200
over that.
feet. Everyone within 200 feet. So you're fine.
Yay!
You're just your eardrums
I'm,
are
yeah, I'm,
reverberating,
yeah, I'm
and
ringing
you
a
are
little.
deaf. You are deafened for
Just
1
like
to
a
4
good
minutes.
concert.
Oh yeah, it was a really good concert.
When you're parked in your ear like this.
Ode
the
to
speaker.
coalition. Ode to Glitter Boy.
What?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was his first shot, and the Samus inside, just you guys notice this thing gets hammered back against the force field, and you can see the spray of flechette rounds as this thing's chest just gets fucking ripped. And there's still a lot of armor left on this thing. Like, make no mistake, this thing is still theoretically ready for action and active, but not going to be for long.
Okay.
Top of round, we are back to Chuck.
Aim for the head again.
Okay, aim for the head, go for it and hit.
Nat 20.
Oh, that would be wicked.
Match 17.
Nat 17 is enough to do it. Roll damage to the head of this thing.
Oh man, you're gonna feel that. Oh,
50.
Oh,
50
blammo!
EMT to his head.
The helmet on this thing, you can see the massive blast. Was this a laser?
Yeah.
So the massive blast of the laser leaves this massive black scarring mark on the helmet. You can tell that there is very little holding this helmet together again. More than likely, one more shot by that rifle will probably vaporize the head on this thing, leaving the head of the pilot potentially exposed.
So now all I can do is hope he doesn't decide to run.
He's
So-
not gonna get far.
So that was Chuck's third and fourth attacks. Creed, you are low on initiative, but you still get to go. Your last action for the round.
An aim shot is 2 actions, right? Like a called shot is 2 actions.
Called shot is 2 actions. You can take a called aim shot. It will take your 1 action this turn and 2 actions at the next turn, and you'll get it all. You'll get your shot next round, first thing. or you can just take a basic shot.
I'm actually kind of debating firing out my jetpack and trying to close distance with him if he does start running.
That's a good idea too.
Okay.
If he's up to speed, you might have a chance to catch him before the Samus
Before
can
the
get up to full speed.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna do.
I'll just backpack him. Just grab onto him.
Jet-
It doesn't have the right thing.
How close
Jetpack
can my
combat.
jetpack get me
Jetpack
this round?
combat?
That's our pilot skill.
I
Well,
have
you're
You
going
have
from
that?
0 to
That's sweet.
120. I'll
It's
say
like
you can get
flight
up to
system
about.
combat.
That's cool.
I'll say you can get up to about 90 miles an hour this turn, and you'll close distance to about 50 feet or
So
so.
technically, you could pilot
Alright,
sound.
and my movement counts as my action, correct?
Well, that's power armor.
Yes, your
Yes,
movement counts
okay.
as your action.
But I
Alright,
do have
that's it
power
for me
armor.
this turn.
I can
Okay.
do it.
So you can do
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
So
that's
Frail's
But
Frail
I don't have-
continues
I don't
moving.
have robots power armor combat.
Glitter Boy.
So I can't fight it.
And you're continuing to jam. So not this turn, not next turn. I will get you to roll, and your first melee, I will get you to roll a jamming, just to maintain that signal jamming for them. The Glitter Boy now is going to take a second shot. Oh. Let's roll a
I
percentile.
thought he couldn't fire every round.
Oh yeah, he can fire as many as he has melee attacks. Oh yeah. That's why that has got to be
The glitter boy?
It's
You gotta
one of the nastiest weapons.
You gotta
in the
keep in
game.
mind that thing is, that's like big boy category. That's why it was able to stand toe to toe with the other robots
Right.
before the coalition decided, nah, fuck that.
Oh, yeah.
Finger of God, bye. Boom.
Well,
Nuked him
the
from orbit. kind
the
of shit?
Chromium Guardsmen were essentially a part of the catalyst that started the whole thing, because they sent 12 of them down to Brazil, because Brazil was not behaving as far as the NEMA regulations were going, and NEMA sent 12 of them down to say, no, we didn't want you guys getting involved in this, and 12 Glitter Boys annihilated, I think it was like 2 major cities with 12 million people in a matter of half an hour.
Wow.
And that's what caused the massive initial loss of life that pushed magic into the atmosphere and started tearing open rifts in the world. Like, the Glitter Boy is iconic as far as everything is concerned, but it's just so damn slow that legitimately it's
Glitter Boy is basically the heavy artillery of robots.
yeah. If only you could have something with mobility.
They do. It's called the Death Set Transport.
Yeah.
All right. Something went wrong on the Glitter Boy. It shot, or he attempted to shoot, but unfortunately, the pylons
Oh.
that normally eject, somehow something happened and it bent one, and the system would not fire, and it jammed the shell in the barrel, so the boom gun is not firing right now.
Oh, that's not good.
Boom gun is out of commission.
Boom gun is currently out of commission.
Ooh. That's bad.
Not really.
It's very.
Because it gives us an opportunity to kill him too.
And bring back a non-working boom gun for about, what did she say, it was 250 or so she'd give you for.
She said she'd figure something out.
Yeah, she'd figure something out depending on how damaged it was.
Yeah. Well, if it's just jammed, that's not
Yeah,
the worst thing in
exactly.
the world.
We could unjam that.
Alright.
Easier when it's dead glitter boy attached to it.
Yeah, but it's so much worth so much more if you can bring it back to Braddock's and say, hey,
Yeah, it would be a nice payout through them too.
No. Not to mention an alliance, maybe.
Yeah.
or just a non-hostility agreement.
Good
Yes.
enough.
Yeah, not step on our toes, we won't step on theirs.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
maybe if you want to kick us a little work once in a
Gentleman's
while.
agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Farm
since
it out,
everyone
we
has bigger
do
mark-
commissions.
Yeah.
we do consignment.
Yeah.
Consignment mercenary business.
Especially since it is one of the bigger merc groups too.
He
It's
is.
basically an army for hire.
He is. Absolutely. If you read the Merc books, he was a general before he became a mercenary. And very tactical, very intelligent. Anyways, so That messed up that. Glitter Boy, he's going to have to see what he can do to unjam his gun. He will have the ability and the knowledge on how to do it. It's just whether or not he gets a chance to quick enough or how he can do so. We are down to SA-64 and SA-65. SA-64, he is actually going to aim for the boom gun because he does not want to be in there with it. And that is going to be a hit. Ooh.
No, our boom gun.
Oh no.
No.
The boom gun's got like
Boom gun's-
180 MDC.
Boom gun's tough. Boom gun's very tough.
Not worried about the boom gun totally as far as 175. Now, granted, he just took about a quarter of this thing's life out, but
Damage is still functional.
it'll absolutely, that thing will still friggin' work. So this guy just unloads his railgun, just aims it, and hammers at the railgun. Now it's SA. So the one who you just shot,
Yep.
he is turning around and he is taking a shot at you.
Yeah, that's fine.
14. That is a solid hit.
Yep, go for it.
And 30 MDC.
Felt it.
Oh yeah, you definitely feel it for sure. That was his. Back to top of round. Chuck, you've still got, what, 2 actions left?
Yeah, still got 2 actions.
Alright.
Minus 30, right?
Guess you're... That hurt.
A little bit.
Oh no, that was you took it out of your heavy, didn't you?
No, I didn't turn it
Oh,
on.
you didn't turn the heavy on?
I didn't want an electronic signature giving me away.
Right.
Did am I like getting any close to intercept distance for the like how high is the guy that's still flying?
The guy that's still flying, he's about 200 to 300 feet in the air.
Okay.
These two are coming closer. You're going to still be, after this melee, you're going to have one more melee, and then you're going to be in range to do pretty much whatever.
I'm just gonna head back. Like, well, I can wait until my turn, but I'll just head back to the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna reach them in time to do anything anyway.
We still have
Okay.
one in the cave.
And there's no glitter boy to take him out.
It doesn't matter. Like my turn isn't for another bit anyway, so we'll see what happens.
We're legitimately, we're halfway done. This is the last set of actions here. The Samass get a couple actions, and that's it. Okay. Called shot again for the head.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, if I can take the armor out, that means he's an STC to the head.
14 or better, and that's it. This head's gone.
Come on.
Yeah.
17.
Natural 17.
Sweet.
Roll the damage. He's only got 20 MDC left on the head.
Oh man.
For 70.
Blam! You just line the head up and boom. The head is completely gone, leaving the head of the Samass pilot exposed.
Which means he no longer has any sensory,
No communications.
Yep.
No sensory. Nothing. He is in fucking panic mode and flying at 300 miles an hour with your face exposed.
with
Does
no
not
glasses. With no glasses.
So he's in like 40, 50 mile an hour top zone. That's it.
Awesome.
And that's pretty rough
Oh,
rough flying at that.
that's- Oh yeah.
So you definitely have him at disadvantage at the moment. The one
This kid
inside
pretty
the
much
cave,
eliminated that threat. Like I know he's still a threat, but
We need to kill him.
yeah.
To take him completely out of the fight, we need even a grenade hit.
the guy inside the cave rolled a natural 20.
Well, you got a grenade launcher on that J12, right?
That's a grenade launcher. That
Holy shit! Second consecutive natural 20. It is 4 times damage. That boom gun might be fucked. 2 times 4, 80. 120 damage to this boom gun. This thing is seriously ratched right now. Oh, I guess I have to roll for third, just in case. 18. Not quite another 20.
That's okay because we still have
Still
the fire.
function. It's still functional.
It's still functioning.
Not destroyed is not destroyed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, falls, do you go with Braddock's or do you bring it to Frey or what do you do
Depends on the condition of Buddy. Buddy
Yeah.
when it's all said and done? So that was him.
But Braddock seems like that seems like a better choice.
Yeah.
The guy who is flying away, you know what? He's actually going to turn and he's going to try and take a shot again.
Oh,
He's
man,
got a-
brave fucker.
Well, I mean, he knows right now his,
Yeah,
his
that
best
guy.
chance is to try and kill whatever's shooting him.
Nope.
Well, he'll hit. It'll be a 5. Did you want to try and dodge? I guess you have to hit a 15 or better.
And you have auto dodge, right?
I do have auto dodge.
If you want to give it a try.
Yeah, I'll auto dodge. That's 15.
Yes, you dodged.
Woohoo!
Even with the penalties for trying to dodge a railgun, you managed to dodge fucking
Juicers.
Yeah.
the glitter boy. He seems like he is trying to kind of take and unjam. So it looks like he's trying to pull back the casing.
Yeah.
Trying to eject the chabot.
Damage shell.
Yeah, and he's in the process of unjamming. He's only taken 2 shots. He's going to spend all of his remaining actions this turn to attempt to unjam, and we are at a fresh round. You're going to have to roll your jamming again. So roll your electronic countermeasures.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh yeah, their communication is fucking done. They're just out. All right, so Misty just kicked the shit out of him electronically. You've kicked the shit out of one on his head, and yeah. All right.
Helping.
You know what? Everything
Hey, you
trapping
locked him in.
trapping that one guy inside the cave
Yeah.
is definitely helping. Because the first shot that he took
We had to do both at
distracted
the same
everything
time.
from the glitter boy.
Oh yeah, that'd be a lot more difficult. Especially if both of them had mobility.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
It'd
sure.
pick us apart real fast.
well, because there's massive penalties to trying to hit something while it's flying too, while it's moving at speed. So we are fresh round. Everyone roll initiative. Everyone gets to roll.
So did Bobby with the initiative?
You don't need to. Nope. You already kicked ass for your roll.
No, I want to see keys.
15, 7 on him.
16.
Glitter boy's 6. Sorry, what is yours, Luna?
16.
Okay. What's yours, Chuck?
21.
Holy fuck. Creed?
17.
Damn.
Well, we're
And Thrail?
3.
oh,
Again, you didn't even change.
I just like I had a 3 and then I rolled it again. I'm like, oh, 3. And I was like, no, 2.
All right.
You're like rolling 20s before you jag off.
Use it like
All right. So, Chuck.
I'm gonna be a dick.
Okay.
Grenade.
Just damage everything.
Grenade. Just center of mass. Does 3d6 damage to everything within a meter.
Okay, go ahead
Can
and
you
roll your
aim a
strike.
grenade for the head?
In theory, I could. But if I use just a grenade, it's everything within that spot gets the
Right.
damage. So
Right.
if the head is in that zone,
Right.
then I don't have to waste or burn an extra extra attack for that. Oh look, natural 17.
You know what? He does not like you coming at him like this, bro. He's going to try and dodge. And a grenade, thankfully, is not a bullet.
No, it is not a bullet.
So, natural 17 plus, I'm going to guess, it's just going to be a basic +1 because there's no other bonuses. You're not getting an aim or anything like that. 6. Okay. You see the Sam ass fall from the sky. And it seems to be missing a head.
Nice.
So,
So it's 14 MDC to everything.
yeah.
So I disintegrated the head.
Which, and the body of this thing had only taken 64 points of damage now in total with the grenade.
So it's only like 20% damage.
Yeah, about there. That's about it. Okay, Creed.
Well,
It's working!
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
working!
The juice are crazy. It is flowing!
It works! It works!
So now what do we do about the one in the cave?
do we go in there and help, or do we let them duke it out by themselves?
I think we drop the shield and end this quickly. I mean, otherwise there's a risk that he might get off a shot and just cause more damage.
Or wreck the boom gun, or yeah.
Because the boom gun has taken a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's at 55 points remaining.
That's
2 more
true.
good shots, and that's fucking it.
So here's a question: can he drop it and then put it back up again?
It's 2 actions to put it back up.
Yeah. But what about dropping it?
Dropping it is nothing. So it'd be like a free action.
So if he drops it, lets me go inside, puts it back up even stronger, and then I just chainsaw the head off the other.
I could go down. Sure.
Yeah.
Get a plan.
Let me in the fucking door! Knock, knock, bitches!
Come on, we all want to hear me.
Yeah, okay,
Okay, so you drop it.
I'll drop
If you're
it.
dropping it this action, he's gonna have to get his chance to move in. So after he moves in, you can re-put it back up.
Okay.
From outside the cave, is there visibility on that Samas?
I'm gonna say with the
There'll be a
speed
little
that you've
bit
been
of
moving, you'll have some visibility on the Samas, so you can
A
actually.
small smoke trail.
That's what's coming for sure when it's my turn.
Okay.
No,
So
If it ever
since
becomes.
dropping his shield was no action,
you can still take an action of a different sort.
alright.
You can shoot at him from behind.
Yeah.
Targeted
So
shots
those
like
guys,
that.
their guns are fed from belt from their an
Yeah.
attack on their back, right?
Belt on the back.
Wonderful idea.
Alright,
Cut the belt.
I'm gonna.
Roll that belt right on.
Do I shoot the belt or do I shoot
Shoot
the ammo?
the belt is going to be really hard to hit. The ammo drum is armored.
Now, what about if you detonate the ammo drum?
It's a railgun.
Okay, perfect.
You can damage the rounds, you can damage the drum, but they're not going to explode.
Sure, yeah. They're just aluminum rounds or whatever.
Tungsten steel rounds. Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think
God, I wanna
my
build one of those.
66
In my
NBC is going to
garage,
be enough to
I've got
actually
rails
take
in
out that ammo drum.
I've
So
seen some garage setups. There's some pretty wicked YouTube.
Actually,
videos.
the ammo drum is only 25 MDC. So
Oh, I
if
thought it was higher than that.
the ammo drum on them is not that heavy.
Wow.
So you take out the ammo drum.
He gets what's left in the belt, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's probably one burst.
Probably.
Alright, I'm aiming for the drum. If you fuck this up.
180.
9 plus my bonuses.
Your bonuses are definitely not going to be enough, especially with a called shot. Even though the called shot on the drum is not considered, it's not considered a small or hard to hit target. You still require an 11. There is just no bonuses to making the shot.
I do have a +1 from my weapon.
Plus one on aim shot.
So +1 on the aim shot.
It gives me a 10 though.
Yeah, so there's no negatives on the shot. So what'd you roll?
It's being modified 10, so one short.
One short, so you hit the body.
So
Go ahead and roll damage. Your ears are throbbing still from the last pulverizing round.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
26.
26 points of damage.
If
Dang.
I hit it, I would have
You
got
would have
it.
actually
Fuck, I missed it by 1.
All right, so that was Creed's. Now it is his turn. Ignoring that.
Wait a second.
Fuck.
Do I have...
He's gonna try a risky maneuver because he does not like being trapped in this area with that glitter boy. He's actually gonna try a piloting roll. He's gonna try and flip around, knock your ass out of the way, and get the fuck out of this cave.
Well, I'm still airborne.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're in, but you had to do line of sight to shoot him.
Oh, right.
So he
yeah,
can
I
see
would've
you
been
through the opening in the cave.
22, so he makes his roll. He manages to wheel around on feet and just basically use the power armor's legs to just jump. And once he gets just out, the wings, you guys see the wings flip, and he is starting to take off.
Oh, no,
Just
that's
getting
not
out of the cave right now.
That's
How close to me is this guy?
He's going to be, I'm going to say, about 30 feet in front of you. He's going to be just outside of the mouth of the cave.
Just put a wall in front of him. Get him to
Yeah,
go
on
smack right into it.
On your next round, it'll be definitely something you can do. Okay. Actually, you've already taken 2 actions this round.
Yeah, called shot.
Called shot, right? Shit.
Yeah, and called aim shot. So that was actually all 3.
Oh,
Aim shot?
Well, that's how you get your bonuses.
I thought my +1 was from my.
Oh, just
weapon.
the JA-12.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so called shot. All right. So, either way, we are at the Glitter Boy. He is going to try and take a shot at this thing. Everyone,
take out the boosters.
2. He misses. Everyone still gets to have the penalties. So now this carries on. You will all be deaf for approximately another 8 minutes over and above. We're talking, at this point, those who are in close proximity, ears bleeding, pain, ouch, need doctor visit.
As I'm coming in from way away. Like,
All right, Frail, it's your action.
holy crap.
This guy is now flying out of the cave.
Yeah, you said he's only a few hundred?
Yeah,
No.
well,
He's like 40 feet out of the
Oh,
he's
yeah.
40 feet out of the cave.
I'm just gonna fall up. Boof!
Okay, go for it.
Oh, don't you fail me now, you fucker. 20, nah.
Okay,
Nice.
roll it again to see if he exploded.
3.
Oh, it's okay.
No, I didn't want him to explode. I just want him to
Oh,
drop.
just explode the dice.
Oh.
That's all. So, roll your damage.
That is 1d4 times 10.
Yeah, times 2.
Here's your caltrop right there.
There we go.
That is 30 points of damage.
60.
So 60 points of damage. Ooh. You rock this thing. This massive bolt of darkened energy erupts from his sword and blasts at the Samass, just kind of rocking this thing a little bit. Nice shot. Well done, sir. Well done. And we are back to the top of the round. Shot.
And this
How
guy.
far away is he from me right now?
He's about 20 or so feet.
Oh,
30
man.
feet. You could try and do a suicide juicer jump.
I have rocket boots. Of course I'm doing
Nice.
All right.
So jet assisted jump.
So jet assisted jump. Are you calling a shot for anything specific?
Get
Or are
him.
you just trying to
grab his legs?
grab hold-
Just like,
Oh,
Are
if
you
I
using
grab a
the
hold of
chainsaw?
anything, I'm gonna get torched.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's all freaking jetpacks. So you're just rock assisted rock
I'm
assisted.
going
just
rock
jump.
assisted jump. Wing.
Take another wing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's something I'm pretty sure I can damage. To the point
That's
where it
only a
won't work.
-2 as well, and because you're using your physical melee attack,
I get
this
my-
gets all of your bonuses.
Okay, first off, I need to do my jetpack so I don't fall and hurt myself, which I pass.
Okay, we're good.
All right, come on, chainsaw. That's +7 to strike, so that's 12.
Okay, 12 is enough to strike.
He's like hugging this
5
guy
to
from the
6.
front. Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, you know what?
He doesn't really know it's coming, so go ahead.
Oh,
So that's 10, 17 points of NDC.
And the wing takes a heavy, heavy chop. These are not a super, super heavy
is he
wing.
still staying aloft or what?
He is. He is. The wings are not super strong,
It's just
but
flying like this.
it's still holding on.
Sweet.
Okay, so that was Chuck. Creed. You got one last action this round.
You got a pistol? You got anything you pop off at this guy?
I do have some ideas.
Grenade. Grenade.
Don't have any of those.
JA-12. You have a JA-12?
Yes, I
He has a
do.
grenade launcher.
I do.
Yes.
Keep in mind, you'll
Or do
take.
you have the JA-11?
I have the AL-18.
Oh, you have the. Oh, you have the other one.
Yes.
Oh.
That's that Triax knockoff.
That's the one that gives me my +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Use it.
Just shoot him.
My force field is 1 action, correct?
Nope, 2 actions.
How many actions is my grapple hook?
Grapple hook?
Chunk.
Nice.
I'll call
Do
it one if you're just trying to grapple onto him.
Yep.
Yeah, I got.
And then hang on.
If he's within 40 feet, he can put a force field in front of him next round.
That's gonna be awesome. And then watch him try and dodge the force field.
Well, especially
Crack
if he
the
makes
whip.
it like 20 or 20 feet by 20 feet. It's like,
Oh yeah.
Lots of. Well, that would be.
especially
Can he
when
do 400 square feet?
Uh,
So it was 40 square feet.
I think it's.
Oh, it might be 40.
I'm pretty sure it scales by increments of 40 per level. 40-foot range, 40-foot size. I
So
think
you
is
can
what
do
it
a
was.
40 square foot. So you'd have to. At that point, it would be a 5 by 8.
If anything, I'd go 2 by 20 straight across.
Just clothesline him. But watch out that he doesn't evade properly and clothesline you and crack.
Well, that's
the
why you
whip.
just put it literally right in front of him, so that because he's moving forward, he has to continue moving forward.
Does a 5 hit? Or, so 4?
A 4 will not be enough to hit. You shoot the grappling hook and just kind of. It misses and it is evaded.
See
All right.
Batman up
That
on
was-
the cliff. Just shaking his head.
Hey, but you know what? He's giving him props because it
Pull
takes
him
balls to
whatever out
try
he-
and get dragged at 300 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Potentially 300 miles an hour.
Yes. So it is his turn, and that guy is fucking moving. He is doing nothing but just straight ahead. Get the
How
fuck
far?
out
How
of here.
far does he get?
This is his second round of acceleration. I'm going to say he gets about 220 miles an hour, which is about 330 feet per second. Based on 4 seconds, we're talking 1,200 feet away.
That's fine.
Like, fucking moving.
That's fine.
He's still within range.
And you still got a
Absolutely.
J12 on you.
4,000 feet of range on one of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can still hit him with the pulse.
Okay, so it is the Glitter Boy's turn.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's gonna walk out and go thunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all
Cover
gonna,
your ears!
We're all gonna be
You
fucking-
guys can't hear him say it. And oh, it is not enough. That is. You can tell the pounding that Sam ass has just taken. This thing is the Sam ass.
Yeah. Pounding that Sam is taken. Hey, buddy Sam, watch this right now. What the fuck, guys?
It is holding on by like duct tape, shoestrings, and prayers. And that's about it. That glitter boy just absolutely railed it. Oh! Oh, sorry, rail gunned it.
Yeah. Railgun right in the Sam ass.
All right. So,
Uh,
Rail, it is your turn.
Yeah, he's quite a ways away. I have enough with that sword. I'm just gonna blast him.
Yep.
That is not a blast, but close clip of the ear.
What is it?
A 5.
5 is enough, and you get to count your physical prowess because
Oh, yeah.
this is a sword that you're using to shoot with,
Right.
not your.
not a gun.
Well, in that case, that is
But he is still going to try and dodge that fucker because there is no way. An natural 18 will dodge it. He is doing his best to avoid everything.
I only get 1 attack this round.
That is correct. So, we are back to the top of the round. Creed. Or, sorry, not Creed. Chuck.
Oh man,
Alright.
do him in.
Rifle.
Okay, so you pull out the
Yeah, I
J12.
just dropped the chainsaw on the ground, pulled the J12,
Okay,
and then aim shot, wing, pulse.
okay.
I still want him to crash.
All right, natural roll of 11 or better. We'll do this.
Come on. 14.
Yeah. Wow. Roll damage. Let's see.
50.
Fuck, the wing is gone. They start out with 30. You did 17.
Oh, fuck. So anything higher than a 2, or no, a 1
Legitimately,
would have done it. The 1 would
legitimately,
have done 20.
he only had 1 more MDC on his wing than he did on the main body left. There was
So
14
his
left.
crash might kill him.
His crash will potentially kill the individual inside because crashing in an NPC structure
yeah,
will
that's
still
right.
cause damage to STC beings. So let's
So loss of wing, loss of control.
loss of wing, loss of control, and he comes hammering down. He does manage to keep it just enough under control that he is surviving and his jets are still going, but he's
through the
basically
trees.
he's on hover. He is not on flight.
Okay. How fast is he going now? So he's 1,200 feet.
Hover?
Yeah, he's not going fast because destroying a wing of this thing basically puts this thing in the fucking limp mode.
Yeah. I know. I know. I just left that one alone. I was
Well,
like,
at least it's limp mode and
yeah,
not
like
guilt
30
mode.
Viagra jumps in it like one time. I was like,
Come on, anyone who's a Dodge parts guy, technician, or service writer knows what limp mode is.
Yep.
Sadly, I know more than most.
yeah.
Exactly.
We have bills for that.
All right. He can maintain a total speed of 90 miles an hour.
I can catch him.
You can catch him.
Yeah.
You can do 120.
Well, and you can run 85.
85 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So even at 90, he's still only covering a total distance of 145. So 600. So he's about 1,800 feet away.
He's still well
You guys
within
are-
range.
He's well within range for everyone.
You don't want us to use this
Okay,
J12
so that
again.
is so it's Creed. Oh,
Yeah.
Creed's out of actions.
Yep, Creed's of actions, and Creed only has a 1,600 foot range.
All right. Next one up is the Glitter Boy.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Ooh, 19. That's a solid hit, and there's no way he's dodging that.
There's also no way we're getting that armor in. We can't even use it
You
to
guys
stay
are
up.
all gonna have to go visit the doctor after this.
I
But
heal.
either way,
I'm
not
not
as much
worried.
as the guy piloting the Samass.
He's not going to see anyone or anything.
I'm fine. I'll be the only guy hearing.
Oh, yeah, because you're like 1,000 feet away still.
Just did 140, 6, 6, and 2.
Oh.
Just obliterated what was left of this Samass.
Yeah.
Distant
But the head on
explosion.
this unit's okay.
Yeah. So like getting up to the site, we gotta get out of here. That definitely would have rang off. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That Glitter Boy boom gun can be heard from like 10 miles
We gotta
away.
pack up and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Well, I'm going to go rip the head off of that one.
Fair enough.
Or you can rip the. Or you're strong enough. You can rip the head or take the head off of that.
Probably. I mean,
You two are the supernaturals. He's
He's got a laser
strong.
sword.
yeah.
I have a laser sword and
Well,
basic
vibro
mechanical
swords, yeah.
know-how.
So is the Glitter Boy going back to his own guys, or
Yeah, we're going to get him back to his own people. Because we might be able to make a deal with the group he's from. And that might be more beneficial to us in the
Yeah,
long
as soon
run.
as I see that last guy back, I 90 or 180, I'm poking her right back to the APC.
Okay, and you've still got enough shadow meld that you can kind of bounce back, and you rush back to the APC, get there as quick as you can, and
Fire up and get to us.
Yeah, okay.
okay, so you're going to be driving through bush. I'll get you to make a couple of piloting rolls on the way.
40 kilometers an hour.
You don't have to pilot APC,
No.
so I'm going to give you like the basest of rolls, 30%.
38.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, ba-bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. I mean, the wheels are too strong for you to do anything to, but you actually get it hung up.
Hi, Sender.
Well, that's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big problem. Because if we end up stuck here, we're going to be.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
how far is he from us?
You guys will hear over the radio. Fuck, I'm hung up. I don't know how I get a 6-wheel hung up, but I'm fucking hung
I
up.
rolled a fucking 38.
How far is he from us?
I'm gonna
Probably
say that
just
would have been
off.
the first mile and a half. So,
You still
Like,
see
Beep, 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 beep. Like honking in the middle.
so you got about 3/4 mile to a mile into the bush.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go.
Whatever I'm hung up on is getting that sword.
Just don't let the APC land on you when you cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
Is that-
stand underneath it and just sun this thing. Womp.
Well, we need new Cosmonite.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm gonna throw Samus over my shoulder.
okay, the good Samus is
Yeah.
over the shoulder.
Rock
The
me
head
off.
shows
Shake
the
the
other
corpse
shoulder.
out of it. Yeah. Ooh,
Shake
that's
the
another
body
thing.
out of it later.
Yeah, and actually like shovel the corpses into the cave.
Do they have anything in their pockets, like cred sticks or anything?
Oh, they
Um,
have some sort of storage compartment on there.
Yeah, they'll have some storage compartments. We'll
Well,
see. They got a
that
couple of
guy
cred
might
sticks.
not anymore.
It's a family of a wife and like 5 young
Yeah, the
children.
one where the
Like,
body
oh,
was
I killed
completely
the house.
annihilated
Out of sight, out of
by
mind.
the
Yeah.
by the boom gun. Like the flechette rounds would have torn that thing to shreds. But the second one has a cred stick and it's got 5,600 credits on it.
There you go.
Nice.
So a little bit of cash and scratch. He's got a bit of identification stuff, but nothing that you guys can really
Anything
read or
that,
make
looks,
hide or hair of.
anything that looks like it might be a pass, key card, or anything else.
No, low level
Um,
grunts wouldn't have anything more than just
Okay.
a bit of money. And
Actually, could
That's what
I
home address.
change my face to look like the person on that ID?
sure,
Okay, I'll snag the ID then.
Yeah,
okay.
I
Absolutely.
actually handed the other. Oh, there might probably
The other
nothing
one,
left
the other
of
one's
that.
Nothing
the
left
other
of
one's
that one.
obliterated.
It's a small fragment of a
Is there
picture.
like chunks of the other one left, or is it just
Yeah.
kind of
Could
a
we-
slightly eviscerated body?
In
Well,
theory,
there's
salvage a
one
helmet.
with a wing.
Looking for another head.
No, how much of the body do we have to dispose of?
Oh yeah.
Is
Well,
it
that
enough that we can pick it up and throw it in the cave, or do we
Yeah.
have to go hunting for body parts?
You shouldn't have to really hunt for body parts because so much of it was just plastered across the trees and the bush and just about everything.
The animals will come and finish.
Well, I grab what's left of the carcass, once he takes the head off, and go into the cave and throw it in as deep as I can find.
and then nuke the cave below the entrance.
I don't think I have anything heavy enough to do that with. Mr. Glitterboy might though.
On
But
the
I don't know if my
APC
ears-
does when I get there.
I don't know if you get
Yeah,
that.
Because I'm sawing underneath the thing. Like, that's what I'm
Yeah.
doing with the APC for sure. Is I'm just gonna take the sword.
So how heavy do you figure that Samus power armor weighs?
I think if I remember correct, it's like 300 pounds. It's the Samus armor.
Oh,
Yeah, Samus armor is stupid light.
I didn't think it was that light. I thought it would be at least 1,000.
340
Oh jeez.
without the railgun, including the
It's like
railgun.
mid '90s Oprah.
Railgun's 92, so 420 pounds total.
So I just throw it over my shoulder and carry the helmet. He can carry the helmet back, and we double time it to where the APC is.
So you guys double time it to the APC, leave the other partial shredded Sam ass chunkies.
As much of the hard stuff into the cave as we can, and hopefully the wildlife
Okay.
will take the rest.
All right, so you guys grab all that stuff and you guys run it back. Those couple miles to the APC are pretty friggin' tiring. You get it back there.
Do I have to
So-
cut this thing free?
Just
cut up on a big stump, large boulder.
yeah, I'm gonna say for it to be hung up, you were trying to drive up a deadfall tree,
Mhm.
and you basically have it caught up on the middle, so it's
Oh,
just
it's
kind of
just
sitting there teetering.
How the fuck do you manage this?
Yeah.
Driving as fast as he could. He was trying to make time. That's all that matters. So
So let's all get in onto the one side and see if we can just get it to tilt over the one way,
Right.
and then get some traction.
be careful not to tilt it over too far to the one way.
And the wheels turn
Who's
one
gonna
way.
Who's gonna drive? All right.
The
I'm gonna say
conservative one.
I'm gonna say make
You have a
a
laser sword. Let me take your laser sword.
Here,
Run
take my
that-
extra one.
Yeah, there you go. And then I'll just run that log right through it. Fillet that thing so that it drops that one side down at least.
There you go.
23.
holy shit. Even with the penalty I was gonna put on, that was gonna be so you managed to kind of slowly kind of creep that thing off. You guys have no idea how long until the coalition shows back up, but you know that there was no communication.
Oh,
I'm gonna
So-
get on the radio and
I drop
hear if I can
the
hear you.
jamming.
You know what?
Drop the
Oh
jam.
yeah, drop the
Drop
jam.
the jam and play the recording.
Well, just
Or-
and wait for
for
the
their communication.
Okay. So you guys are gonna wait here for their communication
Oh
again?
fuck no, we're getting
no,
out of
we're
here.
gonna
Okay.
we're gonna head to the crash site.
So
if
salvage
they're-
more.
So if they're getting a radio communication back, it's
Yeah.
from where they're supposed to be,
Right.
And we can salvage one.
and we can salvage.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys wait that whole time. We called through about 5 minutes ago. We couldn't get a hold of you. SA64, SA65. This is DH6503. What is the situation?
Play the recording, and it's DA65, DA64.
DH64.
Checking in, all clear, nothing to report. And I get
What was
I
with
get
the radio
her-
silence,
I
DA64?
get her to duplicate their voice of DA64 and say environmental disturbance,
Atmospheric
yeah,
interference.
atmospheric interference. Don't know why you couldn't get a hold of us. All quiet.
Do you have imitate voices?
She said she could make her face look like the one.
That's something different. That was
Yeah.
alter physical body.
So would
So
also
she-
physical body not include the vocal cords?
It gives a bonus to impersonation, but it doesn't give you the same voice.
Well, was only one of them talking back to base earlier, or are they both checking in independently?
It seemed like one. Was it SA64 was doing the callback?
Okay, well I'll type in as SA65.
Okay.
SA65 environmental interference.
Do you want to say spotted some activity up near some
Yeah,
completely different
yeah, got a heads up of
radar
a
ping?
radar ping off the road. Went to investigate. Nothing showed up. Invoke trust.
Go for it. I'm gonna put a penalty on it, but let's see.
Go for it.
Oh,
29.
Fair enough. Just make sure to keep on time next time, SA65.
Yes, sir.
It's like he never calls me sir.
That's the
The
jig is up. Listen, dickbag. This is
Yeah.
SA65.
Yeah.
All right, that must be SA65. He's
Yeah.
a prick.
Yeah. All right,
All right.
so we load up, and I guess we're heading back to the BBB, or are we?
Oh,
is this guy giving us coordinates on where,
well, we're gonna.
or bring him back to base? I mean,
Well,
we
now that we've
wanna
dealt
bring
with
him back?
we've dealt with the guys here.
Yeah.
We could probably just let him go back on his own.
it's up to him. You want to continue
Yeah,
on
but
your
we
own?
could also go
Or
with him
or
and see
if
if
we want,
we
we can try
carry
and hand
some
deliver. Otherwise, we're gonna miss out on the salvage.
Yeah, well, we're running a real big risk doing salvage here anyway. I mean, I know that we just communicated with them, but we don't know, like, you know,
If we're
If there's
still in,
anything else coming in, then
Yeah.
that's true.
or if we're still in radar range, for that matter.
We're just driving around doing a whole lot of nothing right now.
yeah.
We have a
So
whole bunch of salvage though if we get.
does he
we
want
have
to
a
go on his
SAS.
own?
Yeah.
What's that?
Does he want to go on his own back to his base?
I
Or
think
does he
we
want us to
should-
drive?
I need long range communications at the moment. If you can supply me with long range, I can try and have them meet up and regroup.
Sure, there's the Samus pack.
I'd like
That's
to
on
try
coalition
and,
channels, though. We'll
I'd
use
like
the
to
other
try
one.
and hand deliver him with the Samus unit as a gesture of goodwill towards the BBB and see if we can
Is it
maybe.
huge? Well, see if they want to buy it,
Yeah.
because we're delivering one of their own guys
Yeah.
with a functional boom gun and Mr. Chrome Crusader kind of situation. I'm sure that's certainly a good gesture.
Yeah, let's just say,
Well,
hey, if you're shipping
just
off
say-
with long range communication,
let's just wherever he's going, we'll just take him.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll cut it off here for the night.
Yeah.
And let's go over experience and let's deal with that stuff. So
I'm glad we didn't die this time.
well, you guys actually did pretty darn good.
Last time I encountered a Death's Head transport, it nuked me.
oh wow.
Well, that's Death's Head transport because they're dicks.
And I was being stupid and poking the bear.
Yeah.
Figuring it
Picture
out.
that death set transport with that "We break for nobody" bumper sticker, like.
I was just trying to get everything back in here, but don't worry about that later. Okay. So, yeah, I know. Alright, so experience shots. And if anyone has anything that they would like to volunteer for
What happened and what's worthy of experience?
what's worthy of experience, you guys feel free to, hey, you know what, I think this person went, blah, blah, blah. So, we'll go over it quick. For killing him or subduing a minor menace. I mean, coalition, I wouldn't even consider them. I mean, they're a
Splitting
menace,
this all
but
or
they're. Everyone gets, I would consider it the minorest of minors, so 2 of them, so you guys get 50 points each. No major menaces this time. No great menaces, blah, blah, blah. Other actions, so performing the right skill at the right time for the right reason.
Well, definitely Chuck. On a couple of occasions there for sure.
Okay?
And
Like
Misty
the
with the
jump.
jamming.
Yeah.
Just do jamming for sure.
Absolutely. The only reason we managed to pull that off.
So there was a couple of times that you guys did jamming, so I'll say 100 points on jamming, 100 points on just kind of schmoozing shit over.
I centered the APC. Surely an experience.
Well, I mean, there is good but futile or unsuccessful. That is clever but futile ideas. I'm going to drive the APC back to the group as fast as I can. There you go. Easily take 25 for that. Using good judgment or one's powers or skills well. So good judgment, number 1, all of you guys, for staying the fuck out of combat with a death's head and for trying to make your first initial visit to the fight site very brief, quick, planning shit and getting the fuck out of there. I'm going to definitely say 150 experience for everyone. For noticing the Chromium Guardsman, making quick recon, quick conversation, and getting him to hide into a cave. That is 25 points for the skill use, plus 50 points for let's get him into a cave because this is probably going to be one of the places that can hide this fucker. It's a good one on you.
And the fact he pulled that one out of his ass, despite not knowing where anything was.
Yeah. Just random. Yeah, I think I remember there was one right fucking here. Okay. For the dine and dash, for you guys getting out of Dodge, just playing the dumb card and going north to the other city and following through with it completely, just to complete the ruse. I'm going to say another 50 points for everyone. So 25 to 100 for a clever, useful, helpful idea or action. Can anyone else think of anything else for those?
When he put the shield up in front of the cave.
Oh, to trap? Yeah, absolutely. So I'll say 50 points on that. For clever but futile, trying to grapple onto it.
I'll give him that one too.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I really wish that would happen. That would have been so much fun.
The downside is, I'd be like, I really hope your arm is MDC because it might get ripped off.
Well, it's built into the cyber arm.
For using
That doesn't
good
mean much.
For using good judgment, staying back and staying on the call radio with these guys to get them to go over to set the bait on the hook. Kelly, even though you weren't dedicated in combat at that point in time, it was a good idea to use that communication to get them over there. So that's 50. Lynette, for staying out of combat and just staying the fuck out of the way. I mean, you can shoot shit, you can do whatever, you can do all that stuff, that's fine. But I think legitimately staying and jamming, even though combat was going on, keeping your focus on that and not getting distracted from it and thinking, oh, I should be dealing with combat, No, if you've got a job you're doing, stick with it. So 50 points on that. Because sometimes it's hard to sit there and bite your nails while everyone's in a fight and you're like, fuck, I should be helping. But you are helping because you prevented a death's head from coming back. That's an important thing. Insightful and helpful deductive reasoning or keen observation. I would say with the perception rolls tonight, there was next to none of that officially as far as numerical wise, but keen observation of just, again, you guys knowing, hey, these guys are doing a quick scouting thing. They are here for a reason, and realizing that no matter what, they're probably not going anywhere, and they're going to keep an eye out for this Krogan guardsman. Again, that's just thinking. Okay, we know this. The mission on these guys is this. We have to deal with them if we want to get this thing done. So I'd say 50 points to everyone for that as well. For playing in character and alignment when circumstance or temptation begged otherwise, nothing really that way, but I do like the juicer jump boots action. I gotta say at least
Yeah, I was
25
gonna
points for the
mention
crazy
that.
juicer jumps.
For sure, yeah.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Juicer jump pack with chainsaw attack.
Yeah. And it nearly took out the fucking wing.
Oh, if only.
Quick thinking or idea action that was helpful. Just trying to think. There was a couple of them, but I think we've covered most of that already in some of the other stuff. Insight or deductive reasoning, huge roll and critical. Nothing crazy there. I guess
Any
you did
bonus?
technically. You did. I'm gonna split the 200 for this one amongst you all because you did technically save this guy's life, and even though it will financially benefit you guys later, you did save a life other than your own through semi-self-sacrificial. So 50 points.
I'm an anarchist, so I was okay either
When
way.
you already got the convincing the Death's Head transport that they shouldn't come back, or that all looks clear.
Yeah, well, you know
Yeah.
what? Actually, that one, that was
That was-
so I'm going to say 50 points on that one. No one endangered their own life to help or save others. Although I guess you guys did endanger.
We all
your,
did, yeah.
No, you guys did endanger your lives to save someone who was in a cave from a coalition troop. So that's 100 to 300. Let's roll a d6. Yeah, so 375 each. For that one.
375 each?
75, sorry. And genuine life and death self-sacrifice in a situation where heroism will likely to kill you. None of that. But other than that, I'd say you guys all did well. What are we sitting at for experience?
I've got
What's that? 575.
I'm at 575.
I am at 810.
810. Cosmonites are on a friggin' retarded experience scale. You're going to be like 5,000 experience before you pop them up.
Oh wait, actually, like added on to last week's.
In total.
Oh,
In total.
okay, then
total
I'm more than.
Yeah, I wasn't here last time, so I didn't collect anything. What the Griggle Reapers or anything either?
960.
I think I gave, you know what, I would say 960. Take an additional 230 for the Griggle Leapers, the initial Griggle Leapers. And no one is in range of going up a level yet then. No. You guys have a bit of time. Who's our quickest? Our quickest is going to be, I think, you, Lynette, and that's like 2,000. Where's a juicer? Juicers are usually pretty high. 2140. Headhunter 2100. So yeah, so we're a little ways away from level. But I would say you guys definitely some missions you win money, some missions you lose, and this one here tonight, legitimately with a even with a busted sandmass that's going to be hot to the touch. If you guys sell that for 250,000,
Might just make up for the amount we spent in that first.
More than. Especially if we can sell it to these BBB guys that don't care about running coalition gear.
The only thing I might have thought to do, if there was any scrap of stuff we were leaving behind, is to either paint or mark some kind of symbol, like from a totally different merc coalition. Just a fuck.
well, you guys are still technically there.
Yeah, well, not
We
the
are
BBB.
leaving you guys at that, I'll call it the crash site right now.
At the fight site.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to think
The
about
smash
that,
scene?
and then that way you guys can leave a sign, a call sign or a merc sign of someone other than Braddock
us.
Bad Boys, legitimately.
See if we can
Running the waters a bit?
push the heat a little somewhere else.
All in all, good game tonight, everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed. Run a bit late, but
Oh yeah, what time is it right now?
11:30.
Oh, what?
11:30.
11:40.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
You know what? It was a good game then. I was not expecting it to be this late, But I think
It's all
you
good.
guys kicked some ass. You guys got some good experience tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
The fight with the Cymaxes could have gone smoother, but I mean,
Oh.
no plan survives contact with the enemy.
I don't know. I don't know that there's any way that you guys could have made that fight smoother. Legitimately, knowing
went
that
pretty
dice are
smooth.
involved, you guys kicked the shit out of those guys. You guys took next to no damage. I mean, you're the only one that took a set of slugs to the chest. Yeah.
And for anybody watching us later, this has been Take20 presents Tripping the Rifts. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye bye.
Goodbye. Have a beautiful time.